the desert Southwest with a Wild West shootout. The Arizona Rattlers and the Los Angeles Avengers. With the Arena Football League playoffs now just 3 weeks away, the much-coveted first-round bye that goes to the top 4 seeds is still very much up for grabs. That's the prize that Los Angeles and Arizona are eyeing today. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Valley of the Sun for our Sunday afternoon feature, How the West Was Won. I'm Eli Gold along with Charles Davis. Marty Snyder is down on the sidelines. You know, with that kind of an announcing lineup, we should welcome everybody to the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's another whole story altogether. When these two teams met in Los Angeles back on April the 13th, it was an overtime ball game. Arizona won it 82-76. The teams combined for 23 touchdowns. Now, as was the case 3 weeks ago, Cedric Bonner is again the quarterback for Arizona here this afternoon. He's a good one.
Yes, and by the way, I'm putting in for the good, but Cedric Bonner has been great. 9 touchdown passes the last time these two teams got together, and in the month of April, no one's been better than this sidewinder from Arizona. 28 touchdown passes against only 2 interceptions. He was the Arena Football League Offensive Player of the Month. What a terrific player.
But let's not forget Los Angeles' offense. Tony Graziani, their quarterback, leads an offense that's now number 2 in the league. And as the quarterback, Graziani is throwing for 1 touchdown in every 3 completed passes. It's a remarkable stat.
Yes, and ironically enough, Tony Graziani got his first extended Arena Football action against Arizona a couple of years ago when he came off the bench and led LA to their only victory ever over Arizona. He has a great target to throw to in Chris Jackson, and these two guys are truly a dynamic duo that likes to light up the Arizona Rattlers.
We usually talk about the head coaches before the game, but today the defensive coordinators. Doug Kay for Los Angeles, who has 2 Arena Bowl titles. He was a defensive coordinator here in Arizona and in Tampa. And Doug Plank, the former Chicago Bear, the 46 defense was named in his honor. He wore uniform 4-6. Both of those men have more tricks up their sleeve than we could even begin to detail right now. If we see a change in defensive look on virtually every play today, Charles, I don't think that would surprise anybody.
No, it shouldn't, because both of them have to find a way to slow down the other. The last time these two teams got together, nothing happened well for either defense until overtime when Arizona slowed down LA just a bit.
Sia Burley is the deep man to field the kickoff from Chris Saylor. You saw Saylor seconds ago. He's in for the injured Nelson Garner. And off the net, here's Sia Burley to the 16-yard line, and that's where Los Angeles in whites will be starting. We talked about their quarterback, Tony Graziani, but he is just one cog. Charles told you about Chris Jackson. We've not even mentioned Hopkins. You've got Burley as an outstanding two-way player now. He used to be an offensive specialist. He'll play both ways today. And the offensive front that's been giving Graziani time. Fowler, Butterfield, and Clanton, and that's the key in this league, in any league. Gives you QB some time. They'll make something happen. Hopkins in motion. Graziani threads the needle. Hopkins gets drilled before the football is there. And the first penalty flag of the afternoon. Hunter and Parker were there on the scene defensively. Ricky Parker, number 20. Darrell Leftwich is our referee.
And right out of the gate, we've seen a change in strategy for Arizona. Zone defense. Normally they like to play man-to-man, but they were sitting deep and wanting to break up on the football. Exactly what Ricky Parker did. Here, Darrell Leftwich in the background. He just got there a bit too early. Excellent call by the officiating crew, but we see Danny White and Doug playing strategy early. Sit back a little bit. We want them throwing underneath, break up, and make the tackle or try and break up the play.
Well, Graziani now from midfield. Jackson is the motion man. Has time. Throws that one away into the corner of the end zone as we check out the defense now that Arizona will be utilizing today. They've had a few injuries. That's how the defensive front is going to look. Croft, Tucker, and Sebastian Barry, though you now see already this quickly, Trentadue has been checked in. You see him on the field. And there is the defense, Doug Plank. is calling the plays. And clearly, Charles, and these teams met on the 13th of last month, the man-to-man did not work at all.
No, very difficult. Early, we see Los Angeles going to their big guys. One of their heavies, which is a lineup that they like to use. Pass is incomplete. But Tony Graziani adds a changeup as we see Ed Hotchkiss, the head coach and offensive guru of L.A., trying to throw to an offensive lineman, not because they like so much getting it to a lineman, but because they think it slows down the pass rush when you have to account for the O-lineman going downfield. It's an easy toss. Planton catches it and appears to be running with it, and they call the pass incomplete. I think they had a chance more as a fumble. And we see their heavy group. And look at that. They average over 13 yards per catch when they go out there for a pass.
But now a third down play. Hopkins in motion. With time. Got him in the end zone. Touchdown. Chris Jackson. That was what they were talking about. 24 yards on a quick strike offense, and I wonder if the guys in the studio are taking a note. Add that to your collection of post-touchdown celebrations.
And they have a new one every week. Chris Jackson told me we'll have a new one, and you'll see it. Post-corner route, Ricky Parker not able to keep up with Chris Jackson. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about LA's quick strike ability and how Arizona wanted to make them go longer, have them force them into longer drives. Well, they won a few extra plays, but the end result was still the same, a touchdown.
And the extra point by Remy Hamilton. So Chris Jackson keeping that quick play offense going.
The double Dutch.
The double Dutch and a step out of the shoe.
People everywhere are discovering a new way to protect their homes and families, all thanks to a new security system called SafeWatch EZ, only from ADT. Now you can arm your system with just the turn of a key. And with no codes to enter, SafeWatch EZ virtually eliminates accidentally setting off your alarm. Get SafeWatch EZ for as little as $99. Call 1-800-ADT-ASAP. ADT. Always there.
Somewhere between exits 45 and 50, an order was canceled. Somewhere between a hose and a radiator, there was trouble. Somewhere between noon and 2:30, there was a change of plan. And somewhere between where you are and where you're going, there's a Super 8. See you along the way.
It's Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch. It's cheesy, it's crunchy, it's chewy. It's got a taste to satisfy all your cravings.
Sympathy pains.
To get the Cheesy Gordita Crunch, think outside the bun.
In today's world, one thing is clear. When you need the news,
continuous coverage on MSNBC.com.
count on MSNBC.com, because the news doesn't stop when you're at work. And stay on top of all the latest sports action right here. MSNBC.com, your online source for breaking news.
Well, despite the zone defense, that touchdown, now the 70th of 107 this year on offense that have been scored on drives of 3 plays or less for Los Angeles.
Yes, and Chris Jackson loves to play against Arizona. His 20th career touchdown catch against the Arizona Rattlers. That was a one-on-one situation, post-corner route. Hard to cover that man with just one guy.
You know, Doug Plank told me this morning, the defensive coordinator for Arizona, he said nobody runs the POCO, the post-corner route, any better than does Los Angeles. He said it's to them an art form.
And you have to respect the middle, which is the start of the route, the post, because that's the quickest way to score. Once you respect the middle and he breaks it back to the corner, then it's tough.
Here's Arshawante Bryant with the ground rule coming into effect. You can normally play the football off the net, but the net here at America West Arena, that right there is out of bounds, and the ball hit the net, and then that facade. Marty Snyder on the sidelines, that's a unique feature of this building.
One of the many unique features of this building, Eli. And I talked to both coaches this morning before the game started. Danny White for Arizona told me that his biggest key is he has to slow down the LA defense. They did that a little bit on the first drive, although they still scored the touchdown. He said one way you can do that is slow down our own offense, keep the ball out of Graziani's hands. For LA's coach Ed Hotchkiss, he said his goal is simple. Somehow they have to create their own opportunities on defense by stripping the ball, getting an interception, doing something, so they cannot let Cedric Bonner pick them apart on defense. Said Arizona's the only team I haven't beaten in this league. I definitely want to do that today.
And that very first throw right there was a quick screen to Randy Gatewood. That's Ed Hotchkiss, front and center, head coach of the Los Angeles Avengers.
Doing a fantastic job in his second season as a head coach, just 32 years old.
He used to be the offensive coordinator 3 years for the Indiana Firebirds and the Albany Firebirds of the Arena Football League.
And they put up big numbers under his tutelage.
Bonner to Orswante Bryant. Take a look at the Arizona offense that Cedric Bonner is in control of. Bo Kelly is the franchise's all-time rusher. Hunky Cooper is this league's all-time everything. I mean, the man leads virtually every category in this league. Randy Gatewood, Orswante Bryant, and even the line play that often goes unnoticed. Barry Tucker, the outstanding
that guy right there
center.
in the middle. Excellent offensive lineman.
Hunky Cooper is the motion man. Bonner looking towards him. Hunky is discarded. And then the overthrow for the man coming across, Orswante Bryant. They were looking towards Hunky. Then he was knocked off the play. Tight defense by that man, Damon Wheeler, number 3. The rest of that Los Angeles defense, Mike Ulafali wears number 50 in honor of his home state, the state of Hawaii, our 50th state. And the so-called skill positions, backing those guys up, Cornelius Coe and Sia Burley.
Right there, Coe, excellent pickup for them.
Defensive
specialist.
I'm sorry, defensive player of the year in AF2, the developmental league. Flags on the play. Near midfield is Orswante Bryant.
Looks like a face mask. We'll have to see the severity of it. We'll see what Daryl Leftwich tells us, whether this would be a 5-yard or a 10-yard penalty.
You might have seen the umpire, Jeff Carr, say face mask.
5-yard face mask. On the defense, number 3. 5-yard penalty at the end of the run. Result in a first down.
Bryant, you see Orswante Bryant catch the ball. Wheeler number 3. And the reason it's only a 5-yard penalty, his hand grabbed the face mask but released. It wasn't a real violent move or a twist that he took him down with. If it had been that, would have been a 10-yard penalty. LA, the least penalized team in the AFL, but last week, 8 penalties against Dallas. Very uncharacteristic of an Ed Hotchkiss coach team.
Cooper in motion from the 20. Bonner hasn't been sacked in the month of football, and he goes down right there. That was huge. Cedric Bonner this year has only found himself being sacked a handful of times, none at all in the month of April when he was the league's offensive player of the month. Today we play 6 minutes and he's down on the carpet.
And give a lot of credit to the LA defensive front for their push. Tony Plant, number 94, he got there quickly, but the secondary had great coverage. Cedric Bonner ordinarily has somewhere to go with the football, even if only to ground it. That time he did not. Doug Kay, the defensive coordinator, has to love what he sees.
Pressure again, they set up the screen. Trying to work his way, Ryan Henderson steps out of bounds as he works the sideline. They'll give him the 17-yard line. Ryan Henderson, only the 4th time they have run the screen to him this year.
And Danny White says to Ed Hotchkiss, I see your heavy pattern, and I raise you 1 with Brian Henderson, who has not caught a ball all year long. This is his first catch, according to my stats. And how about that little nifty, nimble step over by Brian Henderson, number 99? And you know, big guys love catching the ball and rumbling downfield. And the first thing they say in the huddle is, you know, I should be playing fullback because you should throw it to me more.
7th play of the drive. Ryan Henderson, there are smaller airplanes taking off and landing at Sky Harbor Airport than that young man. Bonner, intercepted in the end zone. Damon Wheeler, the former Jacksonville Jaguar, hits that one off. And for Cedric Bonner, who has on this series already been sacked, That is his 7th intercepted pass of the season.
Only threw 2 in the month of April when he was, as you mentioned, Offensive Player of the Month. But on this pass, great coverage by Damon Wheeler, number 3. He stays in front. He makes the interception. L.A. has the first stop of the game and the lead.
I'm going to give you the big half of mine. There you go, honey.
Enjoy.
Sharing feeds the soul. Bring a friend and try Denny's new hoagie melts. The hearty filling melt smothered in melted Swiss cheese. Or the delicious chicken melt covered with tangy cheddar. Try Denny's hoagie melts. And remember, sharing is good. Denny's, a good place to sit and eat.
Androids. Any sign of body heat will give him away. A heating duct. Your body heat triggers it. Re-engineered degree for man. An extra kick of protection. Droid. Every time you need it. New degree for man kicks in the clutch.
I was cooking dinner and I just fell asleep. I tried to get out, but I collapsed. I couldn't call for help. But ADT did. They saved my life.
An ADT monitored fire detector not only sounds an alarm, it actually signals ADT so we can call for help. Get ADT fire protection for just $199. Call 888-ADT-FIRE today.
The AFL on NBC is being brought to you by Denny's, a good place to sit and eat. Stop by today and enjoy Denny's new hoagie melts. And by ADT, America's residential and commercial security leader. Call 1-800-ADT-ASAP. So Charles, Arizona had the ball 4 minutes, 35 seconds and came up empty.
And as Cedric Bonner, who had such a scintillating April, missed a couple of opportunities early. Had Orshawante Bryant open on a deep route after it looked like he's going to Hunky Cooper, and then great coverage by Damon Wheeler stopped the initial drive of Arizona. After some initial success by throwing the ball to Brian Henderson, I said 0. He had 4 catches coming into the game. But Bonner, look at that, the last time they played, 9 touchdowns, only 1 interception. That's a ratio everyone can live with. That was a big reason why he was Player of the Month in April in the AFL.
So Graziani with the football in the lead. Quick release behind Hopkins. It does a good job to knock it away from the circling Ricky Parker. That's where you see a true two-way player.
Great observation, partner, because on this play, Greg Hopkins ended up becoming the defensive back. If he doesn't knock it down, did you see Ricky Parker was in perfect position to make the interception because the pass was behind him. Excellent job by Hopkins turning from offense to defense and aiding his team.
Plus, also credit number 52 in black, Pete Tremontanis, because he was in on Graziani and really pressured him. That's him right there, middle of your screen.
Another UNLV guy. He and Hunky Cooper have that in common. And Tremontanis is going to coach there in the offseason.
Hopkins, take a seat, thank you, from Clarence Lawson, who puts him down at the 16-yard line, just shy of the first down.
And that's exactly what Doug Plank, the defensive coordinator, and Danny White, the head coach of Arizona, are looking for. You're going to trade pass catches in the zone because most of the time in the zone defense, people will be able to find spots and catch the ball. But now they're counting on their secondary being good tacklers. No missed tackles, put them down at the spot, force longer drives, and hopefully LA will turn the ball over.
After the 9-yard pickup, quick release, complete to Jackson, and he makes the grab for the first down. You know, I saw Doug Plank yesterday. We all did at practice. As soon as the practice wrapped up, that guy just hightailed it out of the building. I mean, I wanted to talk to him, and I caught up with him this morning. I said, what was so important? Did you see me coming and you ran? He said, no. He said, I own rental properties here in Arizona. I had to evict one of my tenants. He said the Maricopa County sheriffs were waiting for me to go evict one of my tenants. He said, I couldn't stay. I apologize. And we talked this morning.
Well, that's a hands-on owner right there.
I guess. Stepping up, Graziani. Oh, just off the mark, incomplete. Doug Jackson, Graziani. You know, for a big guy, that quarterback right there, the numbers say 6'3", 210. He's very athletic.
Yeah, he really hasn't been this big for most of his career. He added on about 15 pounds of muscle in the offseason to help him withstand the hits, but he lost none of his speed. And on the last play, he had Jackson open, but because he had to bullet pass it and not throw it in the air with some loft, it made it a tougher catch for Chris Jackson.
Graziani, 3 of 7 today for 38 yards and a touchdown. On second down, looks, Watson sliding, and incomplete. Incomplete. Saya Burley, the former offensive specialist from Orlando, who slid into the vicinity to try for the catch. Again, it was Henderson pressuring the quarterback.
Good pressure from the Arizona defensive front, and the secondary is doing a good job of covering. Why? Because if Saya Burley makes this catch, it's a very difficult catch. It's the kind of catch that you sleep pretty well, because Randy Gatewood had good coverage, forced him into the wall, and Saya Burley unable to come down with it. A homecoming for Saya Burley, originally from Phoenix.
A big third down play. Here's what they give you, the completion to Hopkins. Now, what kind of a spot?
I think they're going to get it. I think the spot is going to give them a first down. Great play by Ricky Parker, but where's the forward momentum where Greg Hopkins caught the football?
First down.
I believe it's a first down, definitely. Right there is where they're going to rule him down, where the tackle was started, not where they ended up back there. If it's back there, it's not a first down. Back towards us as you were looking at it on your screen. First down L.A., but Arizona right now forcing them to go to hard way.
For the record, when these teams met a few weeks ago, by this point of the day, the score was already 63 to 61. Not quite, but you get the idea. The screen to Hopkins with tons of blocking. First down to the 5-yard line as we now head to Al Trautwig, and the guys standing by with an updated 30 Rock. Al?
All right, Eli, an artistic breakthrough as Georgia takes on Indiana. We've got a combination of elements for the post-touchdown syndrome. Watch this. This is Leon Murray to Tyrone Jones.
And you got spinning the ball with the nice.
And he's already done more push-ups than I can.
So it's one-upsmanship this Sunday, 14-7. Back to you, Eli.
I'm waiting to see what Funnyside does. If that horse is able to come back and win at the Preakness, what kind of a post-win dance he'd come up with.
Well, you know, Secretariat would tell him to act like you've already been there before.
Good line. I like that. We've got a timeout taken by Los Angeles as they're knocking on the door, and they already lead by 7.
Hi there.
Yeah, I'd like a junior bacon cheeseburger with 2 full strips of bacon made fresh.
Define fresh.
Fresh ingredients.
Do you mean was fresh at one time?
No, I mean made fresh now.
We don't do that fresh.
At Wendy's, fresh means fresh. So our junior bacon cheeseburger is made right when you order it. It's the best 99 cents you can spend.
Your view of fresh? It's very narrow.
Really?
The 99-cent super value menu at Wendy's. It's better here. And our pickup windows open till midnight or later, so you can eat great even late.
The unexpected can be planned for. Tires with proven stopping power. On the wings of Goodyear.
Going a full 12 rounds is all about stamina. That's why I like High Endurance from Old Spice. No deodorant protects better. And it lasts longer because it evaporates more slowly. High Endurance lasts longer than I do. But I'm working on that.
The world's top pros gather for North America's largest skateboarding event, the Van Slam City Jam, next Saturday, 5 Eastern, NBC.
Back in Phoenix, America West Arena, the LA Avengers up 7-0 over the Arizona Rattlers. Danny White a moment ago told me even though they're down 7-0 right now, the pace of this game is exactly what he wants. And even though LA might score again here, it's a slow game. As we mentioned earlier, Eli, already, they had a bunch of points in this time in the last game, so he's very happy with the pace right now.
This is the 8th play of a drive that started on LA's own 7. motion man. The timing pattern, Jackson touchdown. Nice fade routes. Hey, if they can spin the ball at Conseco Fieldhouse, we can spin it at America West.
Yeah, just minus the push-ups this time. Chris Jackson, his 103rd reception, a new team record, another touchdown, his second of the game thus far, and he really enjoys playing against the Arizona Rattlers. This is his 21st career touchdown grab against the Arizona Rattlers. Chris Jackson with the spin, no push-ups.
And Remy Hamilton to attempt the extra point. An 8-play drive, 43 yards in 5 minutes and 13 seconds. So yes, in theory, the strategy and the plans are working. But you know what? Ed Hotchkiss's theory and plans are working also. He's up 2 touchdowns.
The passage is intense, but if you complete the journey, you will find your destiny among the world's greatest warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
I'm gonna give you the big half of mine. There you go, honey. Enjoy.
Sharing feeds the soul. Bring a friend and try Denny's new hoagie melts. The hearty filling melt smothered in melted Swiss cheese. Or the delicious chicken melt covered with tangy cheddar. Try Denny's hoagie melts. And remember, sharing is good. Denny's, a good place to sit and eat.
Check out new Close Shave Barbasol Gel.
Close.
Goodbye irritation.
Who's next?
Love close? Hate irritation? Better buy new Barbasol Gel.
Tuesday on an all-new Frasier, a visitor from the past makes Dad wonder if he's really Dad.
If you found out you weren't their father, would you love them any less?
No. Yeah, a little maybe at first.
Now he faces the truth.
You and my wife spent a lot of time together. I loved her very much. How much?
An all-new Frasier, NBC Tuesday.
Well, Chris Jackson, in his 5 career games already against Arizona, he has never failed to score fewer than 3 touchdowns. And remember, we told you these 2 teams combined for 23 TDs, and they played back on the 13. So what are we now? 2 down, 21 to go.
Yeah, I mean, not too bad for him. And how about this? His averages in America West Arena against Arizona, 11 catches, 171 yards, and 4 touchdowns per game. So he's on pace right now to equal or eclipse the numbers he normally puts up against the Rattlers.
Remy Hamilton kicks it away to Orshawante Bryant. And again, off the facade of that second level of seats, so it's an automatic touchback. Remy Hamilton, you don't often see a kicker in the top 10 in your team's tackling numbers.
No.
But Hamilton, who was a great athlete, he was a quarterback and a tailback and so on in high school, he is now number 10 in tackles on the LA roster.
He had 12 for the season, and what a year that he's having as we head down towards the 1-minute mark of the first quarter. LA up 14-0. We talked about Arizona's strategy of making them go the long way for their drives, but thus far it's not paying off for the Rattlers because the Avengers are up 2 touchdowns.
Orshawante Bryant in motion. They were picked off. They went to him last time, and there's a flag this time as Russell Shaw goes stride for stride with Orshawante Bryant and the contact.
And Russell Shaw is just back from a hamstring injury. You've got to turn around and look for the football, Russell. Watch number 2. Watch his head. Always into Orshawante Bryant. Right now, you need to look back for the ball. Then you don't...
Pass interference, defense, number 2, 10 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Notice how he locked in totally to Orshawante Bryant's eyes. We do that as a defensive back, and you're supposed to read his eyes. When his eyes look up for the ball, that's when you turn and find the football or get an arm up. Russell Shaw never did that, thus it made it an easy call for the back judge because he's saying you're face guarding. You're not playing the ball at all. Interference.
But now Bonner, as you see within the final 30 seconds of the quarter, sends Gatewood in motion. Looking, wide. 35 yards for a touchdown. Arizona needed that badly.
A huge touchdown for the Rattlers, because if they want their strategy to work of forcing LA into long drives on defense, they have to score on offense if LA still scores after long drives, which they've done twice. So now Arizona comes back down 2 touchdowns. They just missed on an interference call the play before. Come back with a similar call. Tom Pace, the exciting rookie from Arizona State, waltzes into the end zone with a perfectly thrown pass from Bonner.
And Tom Pace, he's something. He has scored in 4 different ways this season, folks. You know that? Of course, he's caught touchdown passes. He has returned 2 interceptions for touchdowns. He has thrown a touchdown pass and has recovered a fumble for a score. So Tom Pace is smiling, and we have come to the end of the first quarter here at America West Arena. A 1-play drive, 45 seconds for the Arizona Rattlers, and it's the Avengers up 14-7 as we are done with 1 quarter. We'll be back after these messages from your local NBC station.
NBC Tonight starts with an all-new Dateline. Americans taken hostage by terrorists. Now, a former hostage talks exclusively to Katie Couric. Then, all-new American Dreams.
I didn't want this to happen.
A family is put to the test.
A man kisses my wife. What am I supposed to do?
Then, all-new Law & Order Criminal Intent. They're college boys who thought they had the perfect scam until someone ended up dead.
Now do we have your attention?
A Katie Couric exclusive, all-new American Dreams, and back-to-back Law & Order Criminal Intent. NBC Tonight.
Many of the designer suits that we sell for $200 are made with the same quality and care as those that others sell for twice as much. Need a suit? Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
My name is Marty Flanagan.
Susie Blau. Jennifer.
And I flew on.
I flew.
On American Airlines.
American.
For $84.
63 bucks.
102. 74. $129.
And because it's American,
I got Advantage Miles.
I got Advantage Miles
that actually go somewhere that I want to go.
Like Rome. I'd love to go to Rome. Hawaii.
Next time, get a great low fare and a lot more airline.
See for yourself.
See
for yourself.
I did.
I did.
I did.
I did.
When you get Dish Network satellite TV, you get the lowest all-digital price in America. And that's the way it is every day.
Get over 50 of your favorite channels for just $24.99 a month. It's all in the dish, baby!
And that's a price that's guaranteed through January 2005.
And get a free 2-room satellite TV system with free installation.
That's 1-800-WOW-DISH.
This weekend on Access Hollywood, Bodacious and Curvaceous, it's a supermodel spectacular. We count down the top 10 sexiest supermodels. This weekend on Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 6.
Here on NBC4.
Why moms-to-be are the victims of violent crime at 11.
Back in America West Arena, where we've seen 3 touchdowns today. But remember when the Arizona Rattlers and Los Angeles met in L.A. on April the 13th. The teams combined for a record 23 touchdowns. Cedric Bonner and Tony Graziani each throwing 9 touchdown passes. And interestingly, it was Hunky Cooper at the finish with a run of 24 yards that won the ball game in Arizona, winning it 82-76. You talk about the high-powered throwing offense, and Hunky runs it in for the win.
So if Paul Revere had delivered the statistics, it would have been 18 by air, 1 by land.
Yeah.
And the 1 by land does it. Look at all those numbers. 823 total yards. 4th highest scoring. At one point it was 3rd. But this same Arizona team hooked up with Grand Rapids in an 82-81 game. That moved that one down to 4th.
That was the very next week. First time ever in the league's history, right?
Right. First team ever to go 80 or more points back-to-back weeks, the Arizona Rattlers. And how ironic, because they're known as what? A ball control type offense.
Over the shoulder, here's Saya Burley. Down at the 4-yard line. And you know, one of the other after effects of that game, the 82-81 Arizona win over Grand Rapids, the Rampage really have not sparkled since then. Grand Rapids losing last night on a 2-point conversion to San Jose, 56-55, and the Rampage really have not been at the top of their game since.
No, they've had some heartbreakers along the way. The previously mentioned LA game, they lose in overtime. Then they go last night and lose it by 1 point at San Jose.
Right.
Very difficult for those teams to bounce back from tough defeats such as that.
The fullback is Matthias Vavau. Graziani airing it out. Overthrows the streaking Greg Hopkins. Incomplete. If you've not seen the standings or the potential playoff brackets, and again this weekend already, Detroit has defeated Buffalo, San Jose beat Grand Rapids, and New York was a point better than Las Vegas last night. If the playoffs were to be starting right now, that's how you're looking. Remember, the top 4 teams have first-round byes. That would be the second group that would be having games in the very first weekend.
And Arizona has a chance to move into that bracket, or a possibility of moving into the first-round bye with a win today, because that'll draw them even with Los Angeles.
Wendell Gaines jumps. You also realize, though, that if LA happens to lose this game, they will go from the #1 seed in the league to 3rd in their division in the span of the last 4 weeks of football.
That takes
Defense number 99. Automated to the quarterback. Automatic first down.
Is that a James Barron move there by Wendell Gaines?
Either that or Graziani just changed the cadence.
Either going with the hard count. Now the penalty a little more severe this year, actually a lot more severe. An automatic first down on defensive offsides or encroachment. Tony Graziani with the hard count, drawing Gaines offsides.
Third down back for Wendell Gaines. Quick screen. Graziani goes back to cover the football. And what we said earlier, everything is going up the way they've drawn it. That was not the way that one was drawn up.
And Tony Graziani trying to go with the quick screen. We saw it earlier to Greg Hopkins, and they used that for a little bit of success. This time his arm is hit before he can get the ball released. And it turned into a fumble or a lateral. Watch Graziani. If he throws it out there, ball's thrown out, it becomes a lateral. Very good job by Tony Graziani recognizing that the ball's live. See, it slips out of his hands actually, never gets hit. And he recognized that the ball was live, and he fell on it to retain possession.
Boy, it's loud in this building. Hopkins gets back to the 11-yard line, but still leaves them about 8 yards shy of first down. Little talk in there. Clarence Lawson, number 27.
Not a surprise in a game this big, especially from the Arizona Rattlers standpoint. They feel as if this game is just huge, just paramount for them.
Now remember, if the defense jumps off, it's an automatic first down. Let's see if Graziani tries to draw them off again. There they go. And down low, the diving catch made by Jackson. Boy, Tremont Tannis nearly jumped.
And LA ended up with a better play anyway for them because of something you pointed out earlier, partner, Tony Graziani's mobility.
Yeah.
He was able to step up into the pocket despite the rush. And look at the catch by Chris. Now watch how smart he is. Jackson at the end of the play, watch. He's not down. You have to put him down. And he gets up and gets a couple of additional yards because Ricky Parker does not down it. See the mobility by Graziani stepping up. Touch pass, great catch by Chris Jackson. Big first down for LA.
26 yards on the pickup. Graziani. Wide open on the sidelines. Diving in, touchdown. Had to have been a bust on the coverage there. 13 yards, and Saya Burley was wide open.
I understand Arizona's desire to throw the ball underneath, and now they're getting on the bus. Their third different celebration of the game. Things we've seen before, but they're breaking out the whole repertoire today. But Arizona's defensive secondary, you can play back, but you have to be in a position to get up on the pass catcher and either make a play on the ball or make a tackle on the spot. Saya Burley caught the ball 8 yards from the end zone and still managed to get in.
yards. 3 minutes and 59 seconds. Remy Hamilton caps it off with the extra point. Josiah Burley.
Well, we've seen the double Dutch bus. Now they're getting on the bus, Eli.
Next up, the playoffs.
Well, we had an amazing road trip. It was incredible. There's nothing better than getting the guys together and hanging out for the weekend. We got a little lost on the way. Eric had the map.
Once again, you're pointing here, he's pointing over there. 247? 247, thank you!
Yeah, we mountain biked, I did a little rock climbing. We met some friends out there, some girls. Somebody came in acting like an idiot. It could have been done at a different time, but I got back at him. You can't beat a road trip like that, and I'd go again, any day.
The new Honda Element. Go with cheese for just $8.99. Come get a taste of our new bold flavor.
The first major advance for the fastest treatment of athlete's foot is Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT is the first non-prescription medicine proven to kill the fungus with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. Lotrimin AF and Tenacan still expect you to treat for 4 weeks. Who's going to do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week keeps you athlete's foot free 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
The AFL on NBC is being brought to you by the new Honda Element. Go with it. By TGI Fridays. Come into Fridays today and enjoy our new sizzling chicken and cheese for just $8.99. And by Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot. America West Arena, Eli Gold, Charles Davis, Marty Snyder. Glad you are tuned in. That is Remy Hamilton, another of the Michigan Wolverines on the scene. Got a bunch of them here today between these two rosters. Hunky Cooper, the veteran, is one of the deep men along with Orshawante Bryant for Arizona. Remember, a first-round bye. What these teams are playing for, among other honors, here's Bryant to the 6-yard line. So, Marty Snyder, how about the defensive strategies from Doug Kay and all the bunch down there?
Well, the strategy, Eli, was to play zone and keep everybody in front of them and not allow those big touchdowns. But LA's turned out to have these long drives, and they're still scoring anyway. The theme of the week in defense was get high. And that is, before you take it on your own tangent, a derivation from his old pilot days for Danny White. And he said they needed to gain some altitude in terms of the AFL playoffs. And if they were going to do that, that fell squarely on the shoulders of the defense today. And so far, they haven't done their job.
They talk about the two Dougs. We got Doug Kay, Doug Plank. Talk about Doug Plank as the defensive coordinator for Arizona.
Here's Gatewood. And Gatewood, who missed a couple of days of practice this week for family reasons, catches the football and gets out to the 17-yard line and pick up 11 on the play.
Yeah, Marty bringing us his story. Danny White loving the pilot analogies, and he uses them a lot. When we talk with him about how the season's going, are the flaps up, are the flaps down? And right now, he needs his offensive flaps up to get themselves and try and cut into this 2-touchdown margin.
Bryant in motion. Here's Gatewood. Gatewood tight ropes it on the sidelines to near midfield before he's bumped out by Cornelius Cole. DeWitt with some good pressure, but not before Bonner was able to unload in a hurry.
Now, what a year Randy Gatewood is having as a two-way player. You know, right now coming into the game, he had 48 catches on the season and then scored 23 touchdowns. And on defense, 8 pass interceptions. He's now the all-time leading pass interceptor in Arizona Rattlers history, breaking a record set by Cecil Doggett, now with Grand Rapids.
Right, Gatewood now with 23 career interceptions. Bonner. In and out of the hands of Gatewood. That's only the 3rd incomplete pass thrown by Bonner today. He's 7 of 10 for 83 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
Now, I was going to ask, you're not counting the interception in that, right? Because he wouldn't be happy with us if we did. Ball was thrown there. Randy Gatewood probably should have come up with that pass catch, but he doesn't drop very many. And you know, Seth Bonner will go back to number 17 the first chance he gets.
On the 3rd down play, Bryant again in motion. Across the middle is Chiante. And the man whose name is French Creole, that's what Chiante is, this derivation, picks up the needed yardage and a nice spin move around Cornelius Cole.
And yesterday when we asked Chiante, what does that mean in French Creole? He said, no one in my family knows. We just know it's French Creole, but he said he's going to come up with something pretty soon. Marty Snyder just told us about Arizona's strategy of playing high, right? Coming up, breaking up, and making the tackle after playing zone defense. Damon Wheeler had the opportunity, missed the tackle, playing the zone defense. That allowed Bryant to make more yardage downfield.
Look at the time Bonner has. Flags are down. The pass knocked away from Cooper by Shia Burley, number 9 in white, incomplete. But again, flags are down, and he had so much time. You got to wonder if somebody was holding on one of those venues in there.
Might be defensive. You know, they might have gone into the secondary because I felt like Seth Bonner double clutched on
holding. Defense, number 3. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Damon Wheeler, the former All-Big 12 defensive back from Colorado, who played last year for the Jacksonville Jaguars as their nickel back.
Right there. Look at that. See, he's got a nice little grasp on Chiante Bryant. So back-to-back plays. Wheeler missed the tackle on the previous play after Bryant's catch. That allowed him to gain extra yardage. Comes right back with holding on Bryant. And L.A., we told you, the least penalized team in the league. Right now, the two teams combined for 5 penalties. 3 against L.A.
Arizona down by 2 touchdowns. And now they're down by 1. Touchdown to Gatewood, but again there are flags down. A 6-yard touchdown pass to Gatewood, but there are flags down.
And I think it will go against L.A., and I think the touchdown will stand. I think it was holding again in the secondary. We'll see.
Holding on the defense, number 3. The penalty refused. Touchdown.
You know, it's interesting again. Wheeler's a proven player, and they're going after him.
Yeah, but look at what he does. It just became physical. One-on-one, and Wheeler ended up grabbing when they butted heads. If they had just butted and he didn't grab, I think the official would have left his flag in the pocket. Great patience by Seth Bonner. What did we say just a minute ago? He'll come back to the veteran. One drop will not shy him away from throwing to Randy Gatewood, and with good reason.
Chris Taylor, the former UCLA Bruin kicker, in for the injured Nelson Garner, converts, and they cap off a 5-play, 44-yard drive in 3 minutes and 41 seconds. 21-14. The visitors still up by 7.
People everywhere are discovering a new way to protect their homes and families, all thanks to a new security system called SafeWatch Easy, only from ADT. Now you can arm your system with just the turn of a key. And with no codes to enter, SafeWatch Easy virtually eliminates accidentally setting off your alarm. Get SafeWatch Easy for as little as $99. Call 1-800-ADT-ASAP. ADT. Always there.
Well, we went out searching for some waves. It was pretty mellow, actually.
Man, chill out. Go for an eat.
The car ride out was good, except Luke kept taking his shoes off. Luke!
Oh!
We found the secret little surf spot. When we got there, the beach was totally empty. After a whole day of surfing, we just wanted to crash out.
The new Honda Element. Go with it.
Introducing new body wash from Old Spice.
Put my love to the test.
It has a dual-action formula, so you'll get really clean, smell really great.
Hey, Ben. Need help with your anatomy homework?
New body wash from Old Spice.
Honda presents In His Element. Funny Karen Solomon there. Breaks a couple of tackles. It was pretty solid. How about that? They turn it right around, and Solomon with the score. No flags on the play.
Upper body, cut him right in the leg.
Remember to go to arenafootball.com to vote for next week's winner and automatically qualify for a chance to win your own 2003 Honda Element, which will be announced during the telecast of Arena Bowl 17.
LA quarterback Tony Graziani was early this morning that we had a chance to talk to both he and Hunky Cooper of Arizona. Interesting how their approaches to this ball game differed one from the other.
I don't think it's any bigger than any other game we played this year. It's one of 16 that we have to win, and just because it's towards the end and it's Arizona, it's our rival, it becomes a little bit bigger, but it's just one of those games we have to win and to keep pace for that home field advantage.
I think this ball game means everything. If we don't win this ball game, the last 4 that we won in a row really don't mean anything.
Is it strictly perspective there, Charles, or do you think we're getting a canned answer from one and a heartfelt one from that guy?
I think it's perspective. I really think it's how both teams have approached this game. I think that Ed Hotchkiss, is looking, hey, we're 9-4, and our losses haven't been that bad. We should be in good shape. Arizona has battled back all year long. Remember, they were playing the old military style, left, right, win, loss, before they finally put 2 together. But at one point, they were 4-5. So they feel a little more urgency, I think, than a Los Angeles team that's played from the front all year long.
Here's Shaw, fumbles the kick off the net. He makes an effort to come out. And look at this, he finds running room. He is about to settle for a touchback. But he waits, lets everybody chase him down, and he picks up 22 yards on the eventual run back.
And he was in danger, actually, of picking up a penalty if he had settled for the touchback, I think, because he makes an effort here, but now what? Now there's really no effort to come out until he sees a gap. I think if he had gone down back there might have been a penalty for the delay of game call that they called for not trying to run the ball out of the end zone. Great job by Russell Shaw. The only team, can you believe that? In the AFL without a kickoff return for a touchdown. Arizona only has 1, and that was by Chris Horn, who's now with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Quick release to Hopkins. Even when Kevin Ingram was healthy and was returning kicks for L.A., he had a 55-yard run back, and it still didn't make it into the end zone.
Remember, the end zones are 8 yards deep, and they count every yard of the return. So you can be more than a 50-yard return and not get to the opposite end zone.
Sia Burley himself had a 53-yard kick run back earlier this year.
Yeah, he's had plenty of them in his arena football experience. A great offensive specialist with the Orlando Predators.
Go!
Graziani for Hopkins. He's got it. To the native of Nineveh, Pennsylvania. You realize with Hopkins here today, that means there are only 87 folks in Nineveh this afternoon.
And all 87 are watching TV, watching Greg Hopkins play today. Hey, it's okay to play zone. Doug Plank doesn't mind playing zone, but there has to be a little bit less space. Look at the space when Hopkins catches ball. 1, 2 steps before Ricky Parker's able to make the tackle. They've got to be able to break on the football because zone becomes man deep downfield when you're able to lock on a man in your zone. Ricky Parker's got to get there a little quicker.
Everybody jumps. Who moves first?
You did it. No, I did. No, he did it. No, he did it. No, the other side. No, I'm telling you, Ref, it wasn't me. Let's see who it goes against. Let the filibustering begin.
Referee Darrow Leftwich tallies the vote.
Prior to the snap, false start on the center, number 50, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So now I'm hiring the lawyer on the Arizona side for my next case because he won this battle.
Mike Ulafali, the center. Hey, folks, you can go to arenafootball.com. You can get your tickets there for upcoming games. And fans are also now welcome to begin voting for the ADP Defensive Player of the Year, the Offensive Player of the Year, and the Iron Man of the Year. Just log on to arenafootball.com. Maybe you'll make a vote for that man, Russell Shaw, on a superb reception, 12 yards on the straight from Graziani, and now flags come in. After the play, the football was spiked and it went into the crowd. That is a penalty.
Comes a delay of game penalty. You can have the celebration, but the ball can't end up in the stands. They call it delay of game. Excellent route by Russell Shaw, beating Kelvin Hunter to the end zone. And I can hear my defensive backfield coach.
Sports for life. On the offense, after the touchdown, number 81, 10-yard penalty on the extra point.
Watch the route. Okay, Russell Shaw is coming right into your picture right now, right into your home. Excellent catch. Kelvin Hunter on the play, but he's not able to get up through his arms and break up the pass. I hear my defensive back coach Ron says, now you got to play through it. You got to play through it. Otherwise, you don't have it.
So now the extra point is 28 yards. And it's amazing. LA has scored 27 points already. Last week, Arizona gave up only 22 in the entire ball game to Carolina. And how about that? A 28-yard extra point by Remy Hamilton after the touchdown by Russell Shaw. Shaw's second TD catch of the season. We're back in a moment.
Right. Got it. Yeah. Well, that's great news. I appreciate it. Goodbye. Well, I've got some fantastic news.
I'm out of here.
No, it was Geico. Just saved myself a bunch of money on my car insurance.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Tulips, calla lilies, daffodils, $78. Remembering it's the thought that counts. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy.
Mommy, look.
For Mother's Day, there's MasterCard.
Don't let anything stop you from satisfying your late-night hunger. Taco Bell is open late. Spice up the night. Open late. Androids. Any sign of body heat will give him away. A heating duct. Your body heat triggers it. Re-engineered Degree for Men. An extra kick of protection. Droid. Every time you need it. New Degree for Men kicks in the clutch.
It's the drive to Arena Bowl 17. The AFL playoffs start Saturday, May 24th on NBC.
Doug Plank's defense has already given up 152 yards and 28 points today.
And part of the design is working. They're making LA work for it, but they have to work a little harder at it. If you're going to play zone, when you break up on passes, you have to break up on the position to break up passes, knock a few balls away. On the last touchdown pass, Russell Shaw got into the end zone, made the catch. Kelvin Hunter tackled him, but was not able to play up through the upper part of his body and try and strip the ball away. So if you're going to make him work for it, you have to make him work just a little bit harder in order for your defense to be fully effective.
And there is a big penalty right there. The kick goes into the crowd. It'll bring the football out with no chance of the return, and a souvenir for that gentleman and a good seat for Marty Snyder down on the LA bench.
Illegal procedure, kick out of bounds on the kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. First down.
Not a lot of room here on the LA bench, however. Eli, Tony Graziani, you said you wanted to see man from Arizona yesterday, but I'm sure you're pretty happy with the zone. It seems awfully soft. Are you surprised?
Well, they're really scared of our receivers, I think, right now, and they're playing off, so we just got to be patient and pick them apart underneath.
They have made you go in these long drives, 5 and 6 plays. You like 1 and 3 play drives. Does that throw you out of rhythm at all?
That's all right. It's just one of those deals that we're going to have to do.
And our Swante Bryant with another great play, Eli.
A superb grab for our Swante Bryant. They will end up going 27 yards down to the Los Angeles 2.
And Arizona is known as a ball control team, but when we talk with Danny White about the number of points they scored recently with back-to-back 80-plus games, he said sometimes necessity is a mother of invention. And this is a crossing route because it's been necessary for them to score a lot of points because of the offenses they've faced. That's only the second play of this drive. They're trying to make it a 3-play drive.
Fumbling the football is Tom Pace. Who's got it? Who's got it? It is Los Angeles' football going the other way. Mike Ulafali has come up with the fumble. Mike Ulafali recovers the fumble at the goal line.
His third fumble recovery of the year. He recovered one and returned it for a touchdown to Dead earlier this year against Indiana. But talk about an amazing turnaround, because Arizona had come right back after the LA touchdown, had the Avengers on the run, and literally go to a running play themselves, the third play of their drive. The ball never gets to pace very well. And then in the scramble, Uafale comes up with it. The second stop of the game for the Los Angeles Avengers defense. Doug Kay had to have a smile on his face on their sideline.
Looked like Pace and John Pea'aua kind of collided in there, and neither man was able to get a hand on the football as we have reached the 1-minute warning here at America West Arena. So we move to the final minute of the half as you are watching the AFL on NBC.
The first major advance for the fastest treatment of athlete's foot is Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT is the first non-prescription medicine proven to kill the fungus with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. Lotrimin AF and Tinactin still expect you to treat for 4 weeks. Who's going to do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week keeps you athlete's foot free 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
Tender sliced, all-white chicken breast. Alfredo sauce made from rich cream, garlic, and Parmesan. I'd like to introduce my newest pizza, Papa John's Grilled Chicken Alfredo. You expect the best. We deliver.
Try our new grilled chicken Alfredo. Just $10.99. Call us now. We'll be right there.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
You don't hear this phone ringing? Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Oh, where are you? You haven't called this house in 2 days. I'm so worried about you.
Who is it?
Vegas.
I got married. Yeah, I got married, Mom. I eloped.
But what in the world would make you do something like this?
$22 a weekend day for any compact car at Budget. For irresistible prices on irresistible cars, call 1-800-BUDGET-7 or visit budget.com.
Monday, a year and a half after the 9/11 tragedy. Are we more secure than before? A hidden camera look at the new airport security system. NBC Nightly News, Monday.
Welcome back to America West Arena. Arizona down 2 touchdowns, about to score, but watch your screen from right to left. John Pea'aua, number 33, needs to be in that hole quicker. He's not. Cedric Bonner thinks he's the running back. Tries to hand it off to him instead of Tom Pace, number 23. Fumble result. Los Angeles recovers. Their second mistake of the game. Warshawante Bryant didn't run a complete route on the first turnover of the game when Bonner threw his interception.
And Marty, why don't you share with the folks at home what you told us earlier about the mental mistake earlier in the game from Warshawante Bryant?
I was on the Arizona bench right after that, Eli, and he said that was completely his fault. He ran the wrong route. He broke off his route when he shouldn't have done it, and that was his fault for the first interception.
Mental mistakes will hurt you. And so, too, will high-rising fastballs looking for Russell Shaw with Ricky Parker on the cover for Arizona.
Excellent coverage that time by Arizona. I've been saying throughout the game that you have to break on the ball and be there to make a play when it gets to the receiver. That time, Ricky Parker, excellent position, does everything right. The only thing he doesn't do is come down the interception, but a great break on the football by Ricky Parker. That's what Doug Plank wants to see from his defensive secondary.
Inside the final minute of the first half, the shovel pass. The Utah shovel goes right up the pipe. And they'll just take their time to the Samoan semi. Matthias Vavau, 6'5", 305.
Did you say the Utah shovel partner? The old Lee Gross Cup?
Lee Gross Cup.
Led by Cactus Jack Curtis is the head coach at Utah. Ran into the Cupper last year. He's a radio broadcaster for Cal. And the Cupper loves talking about the old Utah pass.
Hey, that's a way to be immortalized in this game. Timeout being taken here at America West, so we're back in a moment as you're watching the AFL on NBC.
The first major advance for the fastest treatment of athlete's foot is Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT is the first non-prescription medicine proven to kill the fungus with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. Lotrimin AF and Tinactin still expect you to treat for 4 weeks. Who's going to do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week keeps you athlete's foot free 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
Hey guys, meet the new guy. Hi, I'm Bob Holtkamp.
Hey, help yourself to some snacks. Speaking of which, you know what would taste good about now?
Yeah, a big, hot and juicy cheeseburger.
With everything.
I can almost taste it.
Telling me, if there were a place to get a hamburger that good this late, I'd not only drive, I'd buy.
Really?
Wendy's classic hamburgers are made fresh, so they're always hot and juicy, so you can eat great even late.
You must be the new guy.
Yeah, thanks.
Wendy's, it's better here.
Los Angeles is number 2 in the league in scoring offense. Arizona number 3, averaging 58 points a game, but not today, at least not right now, Charles.
And his pace has slowed a little bit, and that should be to Arizona's liking, but they've made the 2 critical errors of the game and just made another error, jumping off sides. Another hard count by Tony Graziani. An automatic first down on a 3rd and 6 snap.
Nakia Adderson.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, number 91 on the defense, unabated to the quarterback, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And think about how L.A. wants to end this half, partner. 38 seconds to go in the half. L.A. has the football, has control of their timeout. They have 2 left, but you're in the 1-minute timing rule, so first down, stop the clock, incomplete passes, out of bounds. So they can try, what they're going to try and do is go downfield and score and leave no time for Arizona to have the football.
Down.
Jackson in motion. Graziani looks for him. Finds him. Touchdown, his 3rd of the day, and it keeps his average alive. Jackson has never failed to pick up at least 3 touchdowns in a ball game when he faces Arizona. That 36-yarder, his 3rd of this day.
And what I was saying is that L.A. wants to control the ball and score and leave Arizona no time with the football, unless, of course, they can run a deep pass to Chris Jackson, who can beat Ricky Parker for a touchdown. You know, then, of course, all bets are off. And this time it was so good and so smooth by L.A., they didn't even bother celebrating it with a full complement of receivers. They just went to the bench.
You know, remember I told you I talked to Doug Plank this morning, Arizona's defensive coordinator, and after we finished talking about him evicting a tenant from his rental properties, he said the fact of the matter is, he said, we cannot go man-to-man against the speed of Los Angeles. He said, even in the few instances back at Staples Center 3 weeks ago when they did play some zone, he said Jackson and Hopkins still ran right through the zone. So that's a fact of life in this ballgame.
If they're able to catch the ball, even running on shorter routes, catching the ball on the move, they're very difficult to stop. This was just a deep go route, and it was a perfectly thrown ball by Graziani over Ricky Parker. The coverage really wasn't bad. Just that Jackson and Graziani made a better play than Ricky Parker was able to.
6 catches, 106 yards for Jackson. Hey, folks, tomorrow night here on NBC, don't miss a special 2-hour Fear Factor Championship leading up to their biggest stunt ever. That's the Fear Factor Championship tomorrow night at 8, 7 Central. Right here on NBC. I don't think I'd be any good at that stuff.
Well, I tell you what we're seeing is, to me, the ultimate fear factor is a former defensive back. That's Tony Graziani throwing to Chris Jackson right now. Yeah, I wasn't very good covering him when I was playing, and I know I wouldn't be able to do it now, but right now, if you put me on a Fear Factor show with those 2 throwing the ball, I just assume not be a contestant.
All right, let's be real serious here now. They've tried man-to-man 3 weeks ago. It didn't work. They've tried zone today. It's not working. How do you defense ultimate speed?
Well, I think that the hard part they're having is they've got to play zone, but they've got to be able to get up on the ball and strip receivers, and they're having trouble doing that. Man-to-man, they have no chance whatsoever.
Out of the slack net, also Ronte Bryant with a flag on the play. Taken down at the 17-yard line by whom? The kicker, Remy Hamilton, a 25-yard run back. We told you that Hamilton was LA's number 10 tackler on the ball club.
Holding on the receiving team, number 94. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Tim Croft, guilty.
And to go back and cap off the question you asked, how do you slow them down? Well, now you've got to go to your pass rush. If you're Arizona, your pass rush has to get to Graziani, and that's not easily done because they get rid of the ball so well, and LA's offensive line has done a great job all year of pass blocking. So it's a very difficult task facing Danny White and his team right now, trying to slow down the LA offense.
A little jump by Butter. Chris Butterfield.
Well, if you churn long enough, you come up with butter.
I knew you were going to do something. I wasn't sure what.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense number 91, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You know why he's always in such a rush, number 71 Butterfield? You know how much he drinks every day?
He's the super hydrating king of the world.
That guy, all of that right there in the middle, folks, that is 3 liters of water and 80 ounces.
Did you say 80?
80 ounces of Gatorade.
That's a lot of Gatorade. That's a lot of water. No wonder
he's
always in motion.
Bonner, souvenir country, thank you. Oh, and he gives it back. Oops, quiet, hang on.
Well, that'll kill his tryout with the Rattlers next week, won't it?
Yeah, but he's got the Falcons wrestling team T-shirt on.
Now we understand.
He's okay.
He's a clutcher and a grabber, not a catcher.
You know, it was funny we were talking.
Now he's telling everybody about it, you know? Hey, but, I almost had it.
It was funny, we were talking with Cornelius Coe yesterday back at the hotel, and, there's a guy who's one of the best tacklers going, and we said, how'd you get so good? He said, because of my high school wrestling experience.
Able to lock up on people when he makes the tackles.
Look at the time. Look at the flags. Look at the trip. They got all sorts of stuff to look at now.
I think you can disregard the trip downfield. It's going to be an inadvertent 2 guys going after the football. The flag is closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yep. And the indication is it's against Los Angeles.
No foul on the play. There's no foul on the play.
So they bring the handkerchief back. And Doug Kay, the defensive coordinator for Los Angeles, said, I don't know, we got away with one, let's move on.
I wonder if they were getting ready to call someone out of the box. Remember, Cedric Bonner pump faked.
Yeah.
And anytime you pump fake, you don't have to worry about the box. Now all bets are off. That's the only thing I can think of. Darryl Leftwich didn't give us the full explanation, but for both sides, all they care about is they know that there's no flag on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
You see the time remaining, 18 seconds before we head to the studio in New York for the halftime updates. Again, tons of time. Gatewood the completion across midfield to the 23-yard line. I mean, let's face it, if you get that kind of time, you're going to complete some passes in this league.
Yes, and Doug Kay knows it. You see the defensive coordinator for L.A. had him in a 3rd and 10 spot, was feeling pretty good. But good pass blocking by the offensive line of Arizona. Plenty of time to throw the football. Look at the route by Randy Gatewood on Cornelius Coe. And Coe, staying back in the zone, makes the sure tackle. But he didn't really drive forward on the pass in order to try and break it up. Just wanted to make sure Gatewood didn't get past him.
Randy Gatewood picks up the completion. Doug Kay is a former head coach in this league, although, as the record books will show, his biggest accomplishments have been as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, you mentioned it early in the ballgame.
Yeah.
Two championship rings as a defensive coordinator. One here in Arizona and one with the Tampa Bay Storm. Now, the thing about when he was a head coach, he only got 1 year with each team that he was a head coach of. So he never had a chance to build on anything that he was putting together. One team was in Charlotte, and they weren't in existence the next year. And he was with Carolina. So he never had a chance to continue to put in his program. But talk about a guy who's a career coach and has done a great, great job everywhere he's been.
11 seconds to go till halftime.
What do you think? How many times have we seen in 11 seconds a whole bunch of plays?
Do you know that L.A. in a ball game earlier this year has seen as many as 5 touchdowns for both teams combined in the final 55 seconds?
Right.
So
and what I'm thinking here is because of where the ball is on the field at the 22, 23-yard line, they've got to run longer routes to get towards the end zone. So I'm thinking 2 plays here with 11 seconds, maybe 3.
I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, exactly what the problem is at this point. They have gone first to the
LA side. Now they're over there with Danny White and crew.
They're checking with the substitution official. That gentleman you saw beside the bench is the man who keeps track of who comes in and who comes out, and which players are using the vernacular of the game, which players are dead for the remainder of the quarter because of substitutions, and they were just double-checking.
Like the old one-platoon football.
Flags again, nothing here. This play never happened. This play never even happened. Looked like Randy Gatewood, the wide receiver, had jumped as we check in with Marty Snyder downstairs. Marty?
Oh, real quick, what happened on the delay, Eli? Or Schwante Bryant kind of tweaked his ankle and had to go to the locker room. He's going to be fine. He'll play in the second half. But Hunky Cooper had to run into the game, and they wanted to know where number 4 had gone on the field. They didn't know that they made the substitution, so they had to explain why they made the substitution. And that's what the delay was for.
Offense, number 17, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Thank you, Marty.
Yeah, good explanation. And as we had mentioned, Randy Gatewood, the man who jumped.
And fortunately, no time goes off the clock for Arizona. As you mentioned, the play never happened, so the clock never started. The snap count, the ball being snapped, did not start the clock. Looks like they're keeping the ball staying with Arizona.
The play was blown dead.
Because there's no signal showing that the ball goes to L.A. Let's see. They have not made a definite signal, and they're still discussing it. I thought the ball was stripped out. I'll be honest. I thought he stripped it, and they should Ellis have it.
It is Los Angeles' football. Cornelius Coe. Cornelius Coe strips the football and comes up with the pigskin.
And look.
2 seconds.
This is exactly what Arizona did not want to have happen, because now L.A. has a chance to score again. And Remy Martin Hamilton, right, because Remy Martin is his middle name, Dad's favorite beverage of choice, has a chance to kick a field goal here at the buzzer.
A 44-yarder would be his longest of this year, but he has kicked a 52-yarder back in 2002. It's up, it's straight, it is just off the mark. And here's a chance for it to be run back as the half ends, but it will not be out of the end zone, and that is it. We have come to halftime on the missed 44-yard field goal attempt by Remy Hamilton. So we have come to halftime. Tony Flanton getting shaken up on that last play, but in what is being termed by LA as just another game, and by Arizona darn near a must-win, it is Los Angeles that has found a way to take a comfortable lead here at intermission. The big number, Chris Jackson, 3 touchdown receptions, 106 yards. We will be back in a few moments with the second half, but now it's time to go to New York. Al Trautwig, Michael Irvin, Glenn Parker. Gentlemen.
Got to get out there right from the start.
He's getting the workout in after he scores. I wonder if the guys in the studio are taking a note.
You know we're taking notes. We're watching everything that's happening in the AFL today. Welcome back to 30 Rock. I'm Al Trautwig, of course, with Michael Irvin and Glenn Parker. And guys, we're seeing games that major statements being made by Los Angeles and Georgia today. Lopsided game so far.
Yeah, Los Angeles is coming out and making a statement against Arizona in their own division, saying this is our division, we're going to win it, and you guys are no longer the favorite.
And Michael, we're not ashamed at all to say we are fanning the flames of what is becoming now a new trend, a tradition in the AFL, the post-touchdown syndrome.
Yeah, we had fun with that today, you know. I mean, messing with Ray and Dallas, and we had a great time, and you'll see some of that stuff in the highlights.
We go to the highlights. A game still playing out. The final seconds of the first half is Dallas and Tampa Bay. The Storm, good enough to win 8 straight games earlier in the season, but Dallas inconsistent at times.
Yeah, Kubiak has had problems with turnovers. Right here, we get to see Corey Sawyer with a 6th interception of the year. John Kaleo now is going to take a nice look deep. He finds Antoine Tolliver, who makes a great adjustment to this ball to catch it. Yeah, it was incredible. A little more fun from Antoine Tolliver. He's going to watch this grab off the net, and this is what makes it so exciting on kickoff. The ball's bouncing. He's got to pick up this live ball. What's he do? He picks it up, he's running, and he's going to get himself 52 yards down the field before he's finally hauled down, which sets up a QB sneak for John Kaleo. Now, once again, though, Kubiak has had a tough first half. Here we see an interception for a touchdown. It's an easy pick. Right now, we got 38-28. Tampa's up.
In a very recent game, Kubiak had a first half like that and rallied the troops, so to speak, and had a big second half for a come-from-behind win.
It's the AFL. It's never over.
Now, let's talk about Los Angeles and Arizona, Michael Irvin.
You know, we talked about dynamic duels in our pregame, and I picked dynamic duels. Duos.
There we go.
Dynamic duos. We talked about dynamic duos. I picked Graziano and Jackson. Get off me, Glenn. And look at this dance here. You remember last week he was driving the bus. Now he's doing his little double dutch.
That's a little double dutch.
Now, if once is not enough, this is why I picked this pair. Look at this. They did it again. Hey, Chris Jackson, it's really getting out of hand. We were killing Ray Bentley with these celebrations. I mean, it was nice. But Graziano, he does show that he has somebody else to throw the ball to as he throws a touchdown to Russell Shaw.
And Los Angeles, for the second time in as many weeks, did go back to the bus post-touchdown celebration. They lead it 35-14. Georgia and Indiana, two teams that started well and have struggled lately.
Listen here, you know how you get great nicknames? You know, like mine's a playmaker. Touchdown, Eddie Brown. You make catches like that, you'll get the nickname Touchdown, Eddie Brown. That's where it comes from. And look at this. Light, camera, action.
Oh, that's good.
That's sweet. That is sweet.
Zoolander.
For Georgia, they do answer. You see it right here. Tyrone Jones, he said, you dive, I dive. You celebrate, so shall I. The little man with the spin of the football.
That's punishment, not celebration.
You're right. You know, it's punishment if you got all that weight on you like you do. But not for a little guy like that. But fourth quarterback, Leon Murray, right there, with a little fake handoff, takes it in for the touchdown.
35-19, Georgia in firm control of that game. So there you have the three games that we're keeping an eye on. I got to tell you, the lights, camera, action is beautiful.
That was nice.
That's a great teammate thing.
Well, yeah, he brought his teammates in. It wasn't all about him. He got his teammates involved. That's a great celebration.
Don't you be selling out. Don't say one thing in the pregame and then back up now.
You got to bring your teammates in.
Don't sell out.
It's all about your teammates.
We weigh in now on one of the major football topics of the week, and college coaches in both football and basketball have had a tough time. The latest one is Mike Price. Hasn't even coached a game for Alabama yet, but because of a trip to Pensacola, Florida, where he went to a topless bar and then somehow had a woman charge $1,000 worth of room service stuff on his credit card, he is now out as the head coach at Alabama. Apparently, to a man, the players seem hurt by it. They were aligned with him. He's upset. He says the players will always have him to go to, but the school has acted very, very quickly out. What do you think?
Well, I think maybe they pulled the trigger a little fast. I don't know if all the proof's in yet, but I know I'm not going to Pensacola anytime soon.
You know, the sad thing is when you talk to Mike, you see Mike Price talk, he says he never had the opportunity to sit down and give his case, to state his case. And if that's the case, that's a sad situation because they uprooted him from Washington State, and not to give him an opportunity to tell his side of the story is wrong.
Today, the Associated Press is reporting that he was told before the trip to watch his behavior. What is that all about?
Well, you know what, though, Al, if that's the case, then that's shame on Alabama. And if you think you have to tell this guy, watch your behavior, why did you hire him in the first place?
Well, either that or this particular event has a history of problems leading up to this. That might be the case. We don't know in which situation that was issued.
How do you argue to the side of the ball that says he's a leader of men, he has to set a moral and ethical tone, he didn't do that, you can't have a man like that representing Alabama?
You know what, and this is close to my heart, but the truth is we always talk about people being role models. But the greatest role models are the people that bounce back from mistakes, because how can I tell any kid that he's not going to make a mistake? The object is, or the thing that you want him to do is to keep fighting and keep going. And it's a team. It's a football team. That football team, when I watch these guys on TV, they were crying. They were hurt that they were losing their coach, and they wanted to rally around him just like the coaching staff would do any one of those players if they were in a situation.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's perfect here, and I think in this situation, I think it was just all a little fast and a little bit, done a little bit without due process.
All right, that'll do it for halftime. We'll be following things through the second half of the game you're watching in your area as we move to the second half of Week 14 of the AFL on NBC.
Welcome back, everybody. Los Angeles up on Arizona 35-14. Everybody knew that Los Angeles had an outstanding offense, but Charles Davis How about their defense really stiffening today?
Yes, Doug Kay, their defensive coordinator, was looking for this kind of an effort after losing the last time these two got together, 82-76 in overtime. Thus far in the first half, 3 stops, an interception, and 2 fumble recoveries, and that's really slowed down Arizona's offense.
Remember, at the opening of the telecast, Charles talked about Graziani and Jackson. It was a dynamic duo that was on display here today for Los Angeles, and it's panned out exactly as you thought it would.
Yes, and Chris Jackson loves playing against the Arizona Rattlers, and he loves coming to America West Arena. And thus far, 3 touchdown catches, and poor Ricky Parker, number 20, seems to always be in the zone, although this time I think that he was hurt by another one of his defensive backs who should have been dropping back into the flat. Didn't help him. And then Chris Jackson on just a streak pattern, a go pattern. Perfect pass from Graziani, touchdown. And right now, Los Angeles clicking on all cylinders in the first half offensively.
So what does Arizona do here in the second half? Marty Snyder, what are we learning from Danny White?
Well, let's ask him, Eli. You kind of forced them into what you wanted to do. You forced them into the long drives, but they still scored 35 points. What changes did you make on defense, Coach?
Well, it's not defense that's hurting us, really, believe it or not. It's 4 turnovers on offense. We're really 3 turnovers, and then, jumping off sides on when we got them 3rd and long is the same as a turnover. So you just can't make those kind of mistakes against a good team like LA. We've given them all the opportunities to score, so I'm not as concerned about our defense. Now our defense has to step up, get us a couple of stops, and our offense has got to execute.
What do you do offensively to make them execute after the 3 mental errors?
Yeah, hold on to the football. That's the biggest thing. We hold on to the football, we'll score all day. But, you just can't commit turnovers and expect to win a game like this.
In the first game with LA, they scored 41 points in the first half. Today, only 14, Eli.
And they've got to do something here in a hurry as we begin the second half. Right after these messages, you're watching the AFL on NBC.
Tender sliced, all-white chicken breast. Alfredo sauce made from rich cream, garlic, and Parmesan. I'd like to introduce my newest pizza, Papa John's Grilled Chicken Alfredo. You expect the best. We deliver.
Try our new grilled chicken Alfredo. Just $10.99. Call us now. We'll be right there.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
My name is David. I play offense. I play center. I play guard. I play defense. And sometimes I play tackle. Sometimes I play defense. Because I play right guard. I play linebacker. I play running back. I play fullback. I play right guard. Tackle. My name's Casey and I play football.
This is a football. This is Arena Football. The Arena Football League. Players battle both ways, offense and defense. And the walls, the walls. With fans so close, it hurts. And scoring so high, you just might need oxygen. The Arena Football League. For tickets to the AFL team near you, call 1-866-AFL-TIXS today. Football's in the house.
Well, when you look at the numbers, the comparisons, at least percentage-wise, and efficiency, not all that different, but the efficiency of what they're doing with the percentage, Charles, is a whole different ballgame.
LA's defense is trying to do the same thing that Arizona set out to do. Make Arizona go the long way on their drives and force turnovers, and that's what they've done. Arizona's put the ball on the carpet twice and thrown an interception. That's the big difference between the 2 quarterbacks.
Out of the slack net, Hunky Cooper. They could use a big return from him, but he doesn't get it out to the 5-yard line. Hey, folks, remember, you can go and log on to arenafootball.com to enter to win the Denny's Great Uniform Giveaway. A chance for your local team to get the uniforms from Majestic Athletics. Our congratulations to Wendy Dawson. She's an office manager in Los Alamitos, California. And her local soccer team, the Cool Coronas. That's not their uniform.
That's not the team?
No, but the Cool Coronas, where Wendy is a mid-center player.
Looks like that guy had unis. Looks like that guy right there had too many Cool Coronas.
There's Bonner under pressure. Sidearm release out of the hands of Randy Gatewood, incomplete. Damon Wheeler was the man covering Randy Gatewood.
See, LA is playing similarly on defense to Arizona's defense. That both Doug Kay and Doug Plank playing more zones this time. And Doug Kay played more zone last time, but now also he's mixing it up with more man-to-man, getting up tight on the receivers, mixing it up a bit, and the secondary from LA has responded today.
Here's Gatewood with a completion, and Cornelius Cole, old CC, hangs on for the nice ankle tackle. Again, one of those moves he learned in his high school wrestling team.
Single leg, takedown, 2 points.
2 points.
Just doesn't get 2 points for it here. But what LA's defensive and secondary has done for the most part today, we saw Wheeler miss a tackle, but for the most part, watch, Gatewood makes the catch, and immediately someone's on him to put him down almost at the spot he catches the football. Not much rack yardage, right? Yards after, or yak yardage, yards after catch, run after catch, whatever you want to call it. Not much of that LA's giving up to Arizona.
Orswante Bryant in motion. Bonner, quick release, and Hunky was interfered with. Interfered with by Damon Wheeler. You know, Wheeler still holds the University of Colorado record for most passes broken up by a defensive back.
And he may have gotten there a little bit earlier. The line judge, Jim Hatfield.
Pass interference, defense, number 3, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
And I know this is a Wild West battle we've got going on today with the good, the bad, and the ugly. But Jim Hatfield, maybe of the Hatfield-McCoys, knows a little bit about battles, right? He gets Damon Wheeler with grabbing Hunky Cooper before the ball arrived. That's about the 3rd time we've seen Wheeler called today for holding in the defensive secondary. But one good thing, he's close to the receivers, playing tight coverage.
Penalty numbers are what had Doug Kay reacting as adversely as he did. There's Bryant, who comes underneath for a reception, got around Cole to pick up a few more yards. Now for an update on Orswante Bryant, Marty Snyder downstairs.
Yeah, remember, Eli, we told you he tweaked his ankle at the end of the first half there. The trainer told me that he taped it up pretty good, so I don't think, though, when you have 4.6 speed, that's going to slow you down too much, and obviously it didn't hurt him right there, but he is playing with a pretty heavily taped left ankle.
5 receptions for 66 yards for Orswante.
Notice it's not a spat job that he does.
No.
Taped over, they took the sock off, retaped it, and taped it a little bit tighter underneath.
Everybody's covered. Until Gatewood gets free from Wheeler for a touchdown. 14 yards. And folks, there was so much time for Bonner. He was just waiting and waiting and waiting. When everybody was covered, all the receivers almost on cue broke off their routes. Gatewood got open into the corner of the end zone for the touchdown.
Coaches do so much by the stopwatch. 1,001, 1,002. Watch this. How much time does Cedric Bonner have? 5, 6, almost 6 seconds before he had to throw the football. And Randy Gatewood able to come open. How about some credit for Mark Tucker, Wendell Gaines, and Pete Tremontanis, the offensive line for Arizona.
Where's Thaler's extra point, capping off a 4-play, 44-yard drive in 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Randy Gatewood coming up large. Boy, does he ever battle his way through for that touchdown.
Satisfy all your cravings with Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
Crunchy.
Warm, pillowy flatbread.
Chewy.
Covered in 3 melted cheeses.
Cheesy.
All wrapped around a crunchy taco and topped with a zesty pepper jack sauce. Empty. To get the Cheesy Gordita Crunch, think outside the bun.
Somewhere between exits 22 and 23, there was a skunk. Somewhere between you're lost and no, I'm not, a map was unfolded. Somewhere between the dashboard and the back seat, there had to be a quarter. And somewhere between where you are and where you're going, there's a Super 8. See you along the way.
Going a full 12 rounds is all about stamina. That's why I like high endurance from Old Spice. No deodorant protects better. And it lasts longer because it evaporates more slowly. Want proof? If you're not convinced, Old Spice will buy you a stick of your old stuff. Let me put it this way. My endurance will last longer than I do. But I'm working on that.
And start your day with new body wash and body spray from Old Spice. Spice things up.
The AFL on NBC is being brought to you by Taco Bell, where you can spice up the night. By Super 8 Motels. Super 8. See you along the way. And by Old Spice. Eli Gold, Charles Davis, Marty Snyder. There's the score. Tell you, Arizona's going to start putting some stops up on the board. They just can't allow, with a 14-point ball, they just can't allow LA to run wild the rest of the afternoon.
The only stop they made in the first half was the missed field goal by Remy Martin with 2 seconds left after a turnover.
Shia Burley, no chance for the return. So Tony watching it go, and here comes Graziani, who gave us some interesting sounds of the game in the opening half.
He's staying hut. He's staying hut. He's staying hut. He's staying hut.
They love that. And he likes what Burley does to hang on to the football with defense from Hunky Cooper. Tony Graziani. Tell you, those microphones down there would give you a whole new perspective. I like when he said he was saying hut. He was saying hut. They were trying to draw the defense. He was trying to draw the offense off.
This would be a penalty. And look at the numbers from the first half. The best numbers, 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Now, did I call the kicker Remy Martin? I'm so fixated on his middle name because it's so fascinating. Remy Martin Hamilton. I've got to just get off of that, right? Just call him Remy Hamilton.
We'll just call him Remy since we're all friends here, right? Buds in this league. They jumped. Free play for Graziani. Lawson nearly picks it off as Hopkins stopped. Hunky Cooper gets a shot in and gets drilled. He and Graziani had a little back and forth going.
Little tete-a-tete there.
Encroachment, defense, number 91, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
But folks, when Hunky Cooper hit Graziani, I mean, it was nothing compared to Nakia Adderson jumping off. Have a seat. He falls appropriately on top of the penalty flag.
Second time Adderson has jumped and given a first down to LA this game.
Catch made by Jackson as they cover him up quickly as we get more on Jackson's day from Marty Schneider.
An impressive day for Chris Jackson, but also for his quarterback, Tony Graziani. A couple of weeks ago, Indianapolis Colts quarterback Peyton Manning attended an arena game, and he asked the coaches, why are these guys I'm seeing on TV every week not in the NFL? They didn't have an answer, but Graziani is a good example. He's already gotten 4 calls from NFL teams, and now that the mini camps are open, the draft is over, you'll see a lot of these AFL guys getting calls from NFL teams wanting them to move up and play in the NFL next year.
And with the schedules the way they are now, you can do just that. There's a nice completion on the left flank to Shia Burley.
That's a great point because now with the AFL season running from February through June, guys actually get a break between seasons in order to rest their bodies a little bit and have a better tryout with the NFL. Not many guys are able to play this season and go into an NFL camp and perform optimally. Kevin Swain comes to mind, who was with the New York Dragons a couple of years ago. Remember, he had an XFL season, an AFL season, and then tried out with the Jets and made the team, and now is stuck with them, but it just doesn't happen very often.
I believe he also drove the team bus for the Edmonton Eskimos of the CFL. Graziani. There's another landmark catch for Hopkins that time. Hopkins now has just recorded his 4th consecutive 1,000-yard pass-catching day, or pass-catching season. I'll tell you, whether it's Hopkins, whether it's Jackson, they're just so potent, but that's another 1,000-yard-plus season.
And Hopkins played in Indiana, first at Albany, won a ring in Albany, then in Indiana when the Firebirds moved there. For his head coach here, Ed Hotchkiss, who was the offensive coordinator. Hotchkiss wanted him here in L.A. to teach this team how to work hard and how to win, and it's obviously paid off.
Graziani with flags down, rolls left and throws the strike to Jackson. But let's see what happens. Was the 11-yard touchdown going to hold up, or is it coming back? Darrell Leftwich, the referee, will let us know. I believe Jackson thinks it's coming back by virtue of his less than enthusiastic.
Illegal formation. Defense, number 91, was not down on the ground at the snap. The penalties refused. Touchdown.
It is going to count. 11 yards. Graziani to Jackson.
Take a look at the defensive line when you talk about 91. And that was Wendell Gaines there that I circled. It was to your right. Number 91, Nakia Adderson, was not down in a three-point stance, which rules state in the Arena Football League. If you're a down lineman, have to be in a three-point stance at the snap. Can't be up and moving. Penalty against them. Didn't matter. Touchdown, L.A.
Remy Hamilton with the extra point. And I'll tell you, folks, Matthias Vavau with a block that took out two guys. It looked like he converted the 7-10 split. We'll talk more about it when we come back as L.A. is on the move.
They say you can't put a price on peace of mind, but for a limited time, we beg to differ. Because now you can get an ADT system installed for only $99. But hurry, this offer ends May 23rd. With ADT, trained professionals watch out for you around the clock, so a single ADT system can help protect you from burglary, fire, and carbon monoxide. Call now and get an ADT system installed for just $99. Offer ends May 23rd. ADT, always there.
Why so grumpy, Mr. Frumpy?
That was the worst meeting this week.
No, we've had worse.
You forgot the presentation.
Yeah, but I brought the bag.
You couldn't answer any of their questions.
Sometimes it's what's not said that's important. Let me show you something. Now see, I didn't say something. Did you feel that?
Why did we even come on this trip?
$139 a week for any mid-size at Budget. For irresistible prices on irresistible cars, call 1-800-BUDGET-7 or visit budget.com.
Papa John's grilled chicken Alfredo. You expect the best. We deliver.
Try our new grilled chicken Alfredo, just $10.99. Call us now. We'll be right there.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Next Saturday on NBC. Teen sensation Panchito Bojado, one of boxing's brightest young stars. The flashy, lightning-quick power puncher brings his patented left hook to the Budweiser Boxing Series. Next Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, NBC.
Welcome back, everybody. America West Arena. Super crowd on hand for this one. Right next door at the Bob Bank One Ballpark. The Diamondbacks are home today against the Atlanta Braves. So lots of sports action here in downtown Phoenix this afternoon. Glad you picked the AFL and NBC here today. Remy Hamilton kicking it away to Orsawante Bryant. Here's Bryant.
Great kick coverage again.
It is. And there is Bryant. Let's go back to that last touchdown. We were talking about Matthias Vavau's wonderful blocks.
The Samoan semi is the fullback here. He's going to block Wendell Gaines and then Frank Trenadu. Two great blocks that allow for the touchdown. Gaines first. See the block there? Watch him chip off now on 32 Trenadu, the MAC linebacker. And can Chris Jackson be any more open? Watch Vavau. So you're right there, number 99. Now he comes against Trenadu, and that allows Graziani to escape with his mobility. What a great, great play by the Samoan semi, number 99, Matthias Vavau.
One of the funniest guys on the ball club, too.
Don't ask Chris Jackson that now.
No. Bonner, Bryant, first down, and then some to the 22-yard line as we head to New York. Al Troutwick standing by with an update. Al?
Eli, now Tampa Bay playing Dallas in Dallas. Dallas needed to score the first touchdown of the second half, and they did.
Yes, they did. And you see them through the activity all over Burks. Now, I know I sound like a homer here, but that was a great catch by number 88, going backwards, keeping his feet in bounds, and concentrating on that football.
And look at that celebration. And look at Tampa Bay's score right after that, 45-35.
You know, what we don't see now is after that great update from the studio to celebrate, Al at this moment is spinning around wildly in his chair.
I get some more WD-40 on that chair.
Hit from behind by Flanton, and it's incomplete. Big Tony Flanton, number 94, who claims he is the funniest guy on the LA Ball Club.
Chris Jackson disputes that. Chris Jackson says
he
that
disputes everything.
Yeah, he says, I am the guy. In other words, if this were the playoffs, I would have the bye. And right now what we're seeing is a little bit of frustration coming up Arizona. Nowhere to go with the football for Cedric Bonner. And after the play, I saw him looking at his receivers downfield and calling them to him because I get the sense that someone ran a wrong route on the play. So the Rattlers have to get on the same page in order to cut into this lead of LA's.
Bryant in motion. Here's Gatewood on the screen. Gatewood with a triple move and a nice block. Randy Gatewood, after an emotional week, picks up a 22-yard touchdown, and it is clearly a team effort because that man threw a spectacular block.
Then they had a series of them screen. Watch the block right here at the point of attack. That's Orshawante Bryant. Then downfield, Pace. Excellent block downfield. Two great blocks on the screen pass. And have you noticed that Randy Gatewood has caught every single pass thrown to him since the early drop today?
3 plays, 40 yards, 2 minutes and 1 second. And Chris Saylor with the extra point. As we now listen inside the game and see what Cedric Bonner had going on during that last play.
Come on now, pick it up. Let's go right now. Pick it up. Let's go.
Just a couple of well-placed words to get everybody back into it, because we've still got ourselves a ball game.
I'm going to give you the big half of mine. There you go, honey. Enjoy.
Sharing feeds the soul. Bring a friend and try Denny's new hoagie melts. The hearty filling melt smothered in melted Swiss cheese. Or the delicious chicken melt covered with tangy cheddar. Try Denny's hoagie melts. And remember, sharing is good. Denny's, a good place to sit and eat.
The unexpected can be planned for. Tires with proven stopping power. On the wings of Goodyear.
Somewhere between Wyoming and Nebraska, there was nothing. Somewhere between 65 and 70, a law was broken. Somewhere between stop it and you're grounded, a mom pulled over. And somewhere between where you are and where you're going, there's a Super 8. See you along the way.
An historic upset at Churchill Downs.
Funny side trying to pull up. The upset here. 12-1 coming down to the line. And the gutsy gelding Funny side has won the 129th Kentucky Derby.
Now, Funnyside looks to take his next strides toward capturing the Visa Triple Crown, the Preakness, in 2 weeks on NBC.
Yeah, Nicky Anderson made him feel that one, and the intensity is starting to pick up. Now, everybody from Los Angeles is expecting an onside kick. The good hands people are out there at the 10 to the 15-yard line. Let's see what Chris Saylor does.
And why not? These teams traded onside kicks down the stretch in their 82 to 76 game a few weeks earlier.
Well, it wasn't onside, but Jackson's got it. And he brings it back to the 15-yard line. So Los Angeles, we have established, has basically an unstoppable offense, an unstoppable offense. We asked Hunky Cooper this morning, how then do you try to stop them?
I think the only way to stop a team that's rolling and hitting on all cylinders offensively is to hit them in the mouth. And there's no other way. There's nothing fancy, no game plan gonna do that. You have to be physically, you have to just out-tough them tonight. And you'll see a lot of guys getting traded 6 yards for headaches tonight.
That was at 8:30 this morning. We talked to him.
And Tony Graziani, as we saw in the last package, may have the headache from the hits he's taken. But the receivers for LA, they haven't had to absorb very many today.
Over the shoulder, cannot be held on to by Russell Shaw. Great effort, though.
Just as I say that.
Third-year vet from Michigan.
Just as I say that, he would have had a headache from the back wall, but not really from the D-back from Arizona. Kelvin Hunter beaten on the play, ball just a little bit out of reach for him. Talk about selling out and giving it all up for the game. Russell Shaw happy to be back after having missed time due to an injured hamstring. Pass just a little long, otherwise it would have been another touchdown. But the 6 yards and headaches have to come from the secondary of Arizona, and they need to make LA cough up the football a time or two.
Hopkins in motion. Underneath. Here's Shaw. Fumbles it, but it's covered up by Los Angeles. Covered up by Jackson. After Kelvin Hunter and Clarence Lawson combined to knock the football loose.
Now you hear people talk about all the time the old Randy Moss thing, who takes plays off. Well, you never take a play off even if the ball's not thrown to you. You follow and see if you're in a position to make a block. Chris Jackson, trying to help a teammate, happened to be the man on the spot when the ball came free. Kept possession for LA. Arizona did everything right but cover the football.
The crowd into it now. They've been quiet for a good part of the day. They'll be quiet again. Touchdown. 12 yards. Jackson. And that's little bow to the collection of celebrations back at the studio.
Great route by Chris Jackson, because watch Ricky Parker tries to catch him about 5 yards downfield with a jam. Once he missed it, it's over. Doesn't matter whether it's 5 yards downfield, 10, 20. If you miss the jam on Chris Jackson, he's going to take it to the house.
So Jackson scores a 24-yarder early in the day. A 5-yarder back in the opening quarter. He picks up a 36-yarder in the second quarter. He has an 11-yarder earlier in this period, and now another 5 touchdowns on the afternoon for Chris Jackson. And we've still got 16 minutes of football yet to play. You are watching the AFL on NBC. You know what Chris Jackson is being told on the bench? He goes, you're not at Wimbledon. You don't have to bow to the royal box after you catch a touchdown. We're in Arizona. And he says, oh, that's right.
It doesn't matter to him.
Hey, you keep catching them like Jackson is. You can do whatever. You can bow, you can curtsy, you can
do whatever you want.
Remy Hamilton to kick it away to Arshawante Bryant.
And look at Rick Hamilton next to number 42, a guy who's got new life here. A stalwart in arena football. The Orlando Predators took a year off, has come back, and has been picked up by LA after being released by Orlando earlier, and he has a chance now for another Arena Bowl title, this time in a different uniform.
I guess the air conditioning must have blown the football off the tee. I don't know what.
But it looked just picked up there.
It's just maybe somebody opened
it down a little. Because Arizona people trying to cool off this LA Avengers offense using every trick in the book.
The end over and kick. Here's Orsawante Bryant. There's Orsawante Bryant, slowed down by Hamilton. And just enough to be forced out of bounds by Tony Blanton. Though Hamilton didn't tackle him, he slowed him down just enough. Meanwhile, after that 42-yard run back, Marty Snyder with an update on Chris Jackson's day. Marty?
Eli's the man making it look easy today. A lot of touchdowns for you out there, Chris. You're making it look easy. What are they doing that's allowing you to get open so easily?
Started off the first half, they were going a lot of man. Last couple drives, they got caught in the zone, made a bad read, and Graziani was able to lob one to me. That last one, Ricky Parker, I just caught him with a good move, and Graziani's putting him in the right spot.
Let's talk about that celebration last time. Was that a curtsy to the Royal Box?
Oh, that's my peoples up there, I got the wife, I got the kids, and all the family up there, so I'm just giving them a bow. I'm out here celebrating for them.
You got to bow to the family. If your family was here, Eli, you would be bowing to them as well.
Indeed so. Indeed so.
Chris Jackson definitely thinks his family is royalty and treats them accordingly.
He's got peeps here in town. You got folks here. You got people everywhere we go. I said to Charles, what are you doing tonight? He goes, I got peeps in town.
You got peeps everywhere. Daryl Leftwich just called one on one of the LA's peeps. Another penalty downfield. I think it was another defensive holding call against the secondary. Be a first down for Arizona. We caught a glimpse of Doug Kay. Has that concerned look on his face, but I'll tell you what, inside, he still has to be grinning at how well his defense has played so far today.
Penalty numbers now are mounting up just a bit, but so too are the numbers on the scoreboard. LA trying to claw their way towards a first-round bye. We'll be back with the fourth period right after these messages from your local NBC station.
Thursday, with only 2 episodes left, things are heating up on Friends.
You like Joey?
As Rachel's secret is revealed, Chandler and Monica face a decision.
The only other choice is insemination.
Enough said. I'm there for you, man. Where is she? Upstairs?
And on Will and Grace, the passing of Karen's ex.
We're moving and we're sad.
Look what my husband's cash dragged in.
It's guest star Minnie Driver.
Stanley Walker was a giant bear of a man. A big man.
A fat man.
All this and the 200th episode of ER, Thursday.
My name is Sean.
Peter Hawkins.
Amy.
Angelo Demetriou.
I flew.
I flew. I flew.
And I flew
on American.
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 American Airlines.
For $79.
112.
82.
129.
$74.
And because it's American,
I got more room.
I got more room.
I got more room to cross my legs.
Cross my legs.
Next time, get a great low fare and a lot more airline.
See for yourself.
I did.
I did.
I did. I did.
I did.
When you get Dish Network satellite TV, you get the lowest all-digital price in America. And that's the way it is every day.
Get over 50 of your favorite channels for just $24.99 a month. It's all in the dish, baby!
And that's a price that's guaranteed through January 2005.
And get a free 2-room satellite TV system with free installation.
That's 1-800-WOW-DISH.
Changing the lives of obese children. All new Dr. Phil.
This copyrighted telecast of the Arena Football League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written permission of the AFL and NBC.
LA's offense has been superb. Their defense has been basically stifling. Let's see what they can do to Cedric Bonner here. The first and goal play. Everybody's covered. Down he goes for the second time. Down he goes for the second time. Matthias Bavau. Wow.
True team effort. Matthias Bavau, who normally coming into the season was an OLDL, now coming from the MAC linebacker position. Said he had to adjust to playing just out of a two-point stance just on his feet. This was a true team effort because the coverage downfield was terrific. I think that Cedric Vaughn wanted to go to Orchewante Bryant. Well covered by Damon Wheeler. And then when he tried to come back across field to get open, Wheeler stayed with him. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, remember, they're at the 15-yard line, folks, but this is a 2nd and goal, as you see on the graphic in the upper left of the screen. Gatewood fighting his way to the 6. Football doesn't come loose. It does, but the play was already dead. You know, the significance of this game, if you're just joining us, remember the top 4 seeds get that first round bye.
And now LA right now, if they can get to 10-4, Tampa Bay in a struggle right now at Dallas, so we don't know how that's going to come out. But Arizona's battled their way to 8-5. Excuse me for obscuring the 8-5 there. But they battled their way back. And that's why this game is so important to them, to be 9-5. And you pointed out earlier, if LA were to lose today, they drop to 3rd in their division.
It's tough to figure. I mean, Arizona started 4-5. They win 4 in a row. Now they struggle today. There's a pretty thread-the-needle pass, but it can't be held on to by Hunky Cooper. Can't be held on to by Hunky Cooper. Matthias Vapau was in on the quarterback, Bonner.
Would have been a remarkable catch, Eli, because of the distance between Bonner and Hunky Cooper. There's only about 10 yards separating them, and did he put a lot on that one or what? I mean, he brought it. I mean, he brought every bit of it because, as you said, he had to thread the needle on the pass, and it would have been a terrific catch by Cooper, and he's made plenty of them, just unable to put all that one in.
A huge 4th down play right here. Arizona, 65% on their 4th down plays. Oh, my, automatic first down. A change in cadence by Bonner brings Chris Butterfield jumping off.
Encroachment, defense, number 71, made contact. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
I just don't know if I like that rule at all.
It's a punitive rule, and you see right in the middle, there it is. There's Butterfield, number 71, jumping. You saw him twitch first, and then he came. The hard count got him, and a cheap first down for Arizona. You know, with this rule, remember me complaining when we did other broadcasts, Eli, about the freeze motion play.
Hunky Cooper on the toss. Damon Wheeler came up with the containment and then puts him right down.
The hunkster running into a hunka. A lot of LA Avengers. I mean, no one blocked, but Val gets double teamed by Bryant, but Wheeler forcing the play from his cornerback position. Planton helping clean up. Hunky, why don't you give this little leap like he's faking something? But there wasn't anything to fake. There's no leaping at the 5-yard line and trying to get in. Great play by Damon Wheeler.
There's the toss. Bo Kelly. He gets across the 5 to the 4-yard line. CC, Cornelius Coe, among others there to make the stop. Of course, what's also happening now is that clock, you see, just marching down.
Right. As we head, you see the clock at 11:29 and counting. He saw Doug Kay exhorting his defense. He didn't like the spot. He thought that his defense, which is playing so well, other than Butterfield jumping off sides on the 4th down play, he wants to see him keep him out of the end zone again. Danny White, a big 3rd down call.
6th play of the drive. And they need it for the touchdown to Cooper. 6th play of the drive, but there's a flag down. There is a flag down. A 3-yard touchdown pass if it stands.
It's in the defensive secondary, and ordinarily today that's indicated what? Defensive holding.
Holding, defense, number 3. The penalty is declined. Touchdown.
And it is Damon Wheeler.
Bunch formation to the right of your screen. 3 receivers. 2 of them scatter out to the top of the field and to the bottom. Hunky Cooper in the middle. Cedric Bonner finds him for the touchdown.
Chris Saylor from UCLA with the extra point. Just does carom it in off the right upright. So Cedric Bonner in his 11th year out of Cal State Northridge, trying to pull out every trick he can. Time's a fleeting, and they're down by 2 TDs.
Halibut with polenta cake sounds good. Oh, but polenta sometimes makes me break out. I will get, a vegan club sandwich. Vegans are like so in. Is the salmon East Coast or West Coast? That'll just do a number on me.
I can come back later.
Crab cakes. I had crab cake.
Sir? Porterhouse. Medium. Rare. Slaw. Cobb. Ranch. Blue. Fries. Baked. Toppings. All of them.
Oh, here's something. Coconut dipped shrimp sauté with pilaf. I like pilaf.
Hey, yeah. Are those all white meat chicken nuggets?
I don't think so.
Well, is that real bacon on that cheeseburger?
Nah.
Do you have a salad?
Why settle? At Wendy's, our chicken nuggets are all white meat. Our junior bacon cheeseburger is made when you order it. And our salads are made fresh all day. It's the best 99 cents you can spend.
Is anything made fresh when I order it?
Dude. The 99-cent super value menu at Wendy's. It's better here. And our pickup window's open till midnight or later, so you can eat great even late.
Check out new Close Shave Barbasol Gel.
Close.
Goodbye, irritation.
Who's next?
Love close? Hate irritation? Better buy new Barbasol Gel.
The AFL on NBC is being brought to you by Wendy's Classic Hamburgers. It's better here. By Budweiser. The best things in life are the things that are true. Budweiser. And by Goodyear, reminding you to take all your journeys on the wings of Goodyear. All right. Does the man say let's onside it right here, or does he kick it away, Charles?
Would not surprise me. The last time they kicked off, they squibbed it. And remember, the defense hasn't stopped anyone all day long, and Danny White told us in our conference call, we see the onside kick recovery rate only 18%. What he tells the conference call, it's harder to score from the red zone in. He may want to play that way and conserve time.
But there it is, the onside kick. The battle for the loose football at the 5. Los Angeles has it at the 5-yard line. Greg Hopkins on the bottom of the pile. And now, LA will have an easy run to the end zone.
But Danny, you see the ball bounced, and Greg Hopkins on the hands team comes up with it and actually gains yardage going forward. Watch where he grabs it. About the 8-yard line, gets up as the pressure behind to get up and roll his way to the 5. I'm going to tell you in this league, the hardest place to score is in the red zone. And maybe Danny White's trying to put it on his defense and try and stop them in close where the field is condensed.
To the 1-yard line. Marty Snyder on the sidelines.
Critical stop here for Arizona's team if they can get it, Eli, against L.A. Doug Plank, the defensive coordinator for the Rattlers, got in the team's face. He said, let's give the offense something to work with here. He specifically got in Clarence Lawson's face, number 27, said you have to stop the motion guy. We've got to keep these guys in front of us. We're not doing that.
The big fight, see number 99 come right at you again.
Here's the fake to Bavau, a play action look, and a souvenir. Flags are down in the end zone. That guy is not worried about the penalty right now.
May have had holding on the heavy guy.
Well, that or on Hunky Cooper was coming across too. It could have been called either way.
Yeah, they were trying to go to Lazarius White, who's well over 300 pounds on the play.
Holding on the defense, number 14. Hunky. After this is the goal, automatic first down.
Hunky Cooper getting caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Not often did I see a guy well over 300 pounds who becomes a pass catcher who's immediately telling the official to go for his flag if someone's holding me. Yeah. Normally a 300-pound guy would think that that's a gnat on him right there. But of course, because the ball was thrown away, now they've got first and goal around the 1-yard line.
And LA's in no rush. The clock just moving. Burley in motion. Ba-boom. Touchdown. Lazarius White opened the hole, and Matthias Bavau runs right through it, picking up what for him is his 8th rushing touchdown of the season.
When I see Matthias Bavau, number 99, I think of Hannibal, who told his troops, we'll either find a way or we'll make one. And with Matthias Vaval, you don't need to make much of a way for him. He's going to handle it for himself. And there he is with the coconut crush. Rips off the top of the ball and drinks it down for another touchdown.
2 plays is all that will be officially in the record books in and around all of the penalties. 44 yards in a minute and 22 seconds. 4 yards, I should say, not 44. 4 yards after that onside kick recovery by Hopkins.
And as weird as it sounds, Arizona actually conserved time on that possession because it was such a short drive. They may be down 3 scores, but they have time on the clock, a little bit more on the clock than they would have if it were a longer drive by LA. These are the things you have to think of in this game. It doesn't always fit into a neat little box, does it?
Arizona now takes time out.
And I can't think that's one that they would want to take.
No, Danny White was in that discussion you saw with Brian Henderson.
I think he had to take it for an injury.
You know,
someone trying to stay in the game.
I'm just thinking, I've been broadcasting football for many, many, many years. That might have been the first time I've ever said vavoom on a touchdown call.
Vavoom,
Vavow, vavoom, touchdown. I think that was the first.
Vava touchdown, right?
So while the timeout unfolds here at America West, we will break away for these messages. Back in a moment.
Well, we had an amazing road trip. It was incredible. There's nothing better than getting the guys together and hanging out for the weekend. We got a little lost on the way. Eric had the map.
Once again, you're pointing here, he's pointing over there. 247? 247, thank you!
Yeah, we mountain biked, did a little rock climbing. We met some friends out there, some girls. Somebody came in acting like an idiot. It could have been done at a different time, but I got back at him. You can't beat a road trip like that, and I'd go again, any day.
The new Honda Element. Go with it.
Oh, shave. That's irritating.
Better buy Barbasol gel.
New Barbasol gel blocks skin irritation. Lets you go for the comfortable close shave of your life.
Close. Who's next?
Love close? Hate irritation? Better buy new Barbasol gel.
Rattle, avenge, crush, and storm to arenafootball.com. Click on Arena Store for your very own official AFL football and full-size replica helmet, too. Sport the official AFL cap your favorite players and coaches wear, and take your pick of great AFL collectibles. Officially licensed AFL stuff. If you don't get it at the arena, you can only get it at arenafootball.com.
Brian Henderson stays in the ball game.
Yeah, injury. He was the one who was injured, and they had to take the timeout in order to leave him in the game. Otherwise, he would have to come off the field. They wouldn't have him the rest of the way.
Remy Hamilton adding the extra point, and it now makes it a Los Angeles lead of 56-35. Hey, what did you think of the Derby yesterday? You folks watch Funny Side with the win over Empire Maker? They always call it the exciting 2 minutes in all of sports, and tough to argue with the Derby. Now everybody's checking out the Preakness coming up in 2 weeks on the 17th of May. Funny Side trying to pick up the Triple Crown. You know, it was interesting because Funny Side nearly beat Empire Maker in the Wood Memorial. And everybody's hedging their bets yesterday. It was quite a day.
And everyone thought that the Empire Maker just didn't run his best race in the Wood Memorial, so they didn't get didn't get much of a shot in this one. But boy, what a race he ran yesterday.
The Visa Triple Crown coming up Saturday, May 17th. The Preakness Stakes is next up. Now downstairs, Marty, what you got?
Well, Remy Hamilton getting ready to kick off. It's Remy Hamilton, not Remy Martin, by the way, Charles, just to let you know. But anyway, Remy Hamilton's phone was busy last Saturday. Everybody was calling from the NFL, including the Detroit Lions as well as the Seattle Seahawks. And Seattle has indeed asked him to come to camp. He may not be able to finish the season with the LA Avengers. He said the chances of that are very slim, but he probably will be in camp for Seattle and has a pretty good shot of making the team as well.
Marty, thank you very much for the correction. When he's kicking as well as he's kicking today, it is Remy Hamilton. When he's not kicking well, he can blame it on Remy Martin.
On that note, we move on. Because Remy Hamilton always seems to kick well. over and kick. All right, so we talk about the guy, and it's like putting him on the cover of Sports Illustrated, you know? So while we sort all of this out, let's go to Al Troutwig. He knows everything that's going on.
Eli, we have a new nomination for Celebration of the Day, Tampa Bay and Dallas.
Kaleo throws a nice ball here to Kita Crespina. Now, you watch Crespina. He gets his ball great strength to get the ball in. But now, what is this? Go back to your Olympic days.
That would be a round off to a back layout. Very acrobatic.
Very nice.
58-42, Eli.
Only gave him a 5-7. I don't get it.
Well, remember, Crespina played at Temple. Didn't get a chance to celebrate very much during his collegiate days, so he's enjoying it now.
Yeah, folks didn't necessarily give a hoot about our football. To the 14-yard line, Randy Gatewood. 17-yard pickup on the play.
You see Doug Kay, the defense coordinator of L.A. They go to zones here and try and use more clock in the game. I don't think he wants anyone that open.
Right.
I mean, that was wide open. He still has to go over and make the tackle. You don't mind them catching the ball and the clock running time off. At the same time, you don't want them so open they can continue downfield after the catch.
The motion man, Bryant. Bonner forced to run. And now has to keep it down to the 6, maybe the 7-yard line. Greg Hopkins, the Iron Man, comes up to make the tackle. There's Hopkins. They tell me his modeling career is really taken off now that he's playing for Los Angeles.
Yeah, I made the mistake of showing his picture to my wife.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I had to tackle her from heading for the door. Because she wanted to find out where Greg Hopkins was. I mean, a guy that good looking, a guy like me is going to lose every single time. My wife said, ooh, who does he play for? I'll be watching them.
Don't you love that?
Yeah, it makes you feel good about yourself.
7 yards. Arizona needed that. Big time. 7 yards. Bonner to Hunky Cooper. Only a 3-play drive.
Nice route. Just an easy release by Hunky Cooper. No one there. Damon Wheeler trailing big time on the play. One of those little easy touch passes from Bonner to Cooper.
And only a minute 35 off the clock. Plank. He hit the post. It's not good in the NHL. It's not good in the AFL. You don't want to hit the post. But it's 56-41. 6 minutes to go in this football game. The battle for the West continues.
You don't hear this phone ringing? Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Oh, where are you? You haven't called this house in 2 days. I'm so worried about you.
Who is it?
Vegas.
I got married. Yeah, I got married, Mom. I eloped.
But what in the world would make you do something like this?
$22 a weekend day for any compact car at Budget. For irresistible prices on irresistible cars, call 1-800-BUDGET-7 or visit budget.com.
Well, we went out searching for some waves. It was pretty mellow, actually.
Man, chill out. We're trying to eat.
The car ride out was good, except Luke kept taking his shoes off. Luke!
Oh.
Foul, Luke.
We found this secret little surf spot. When we got there, the beach was totally empty. After a whole day of surfing, we just wanted to crash out.
The new Honda Element. Go with it.
I'm gonna give you the big half of mine. There you go, honey. Enjoy.
Sharing feeds the soul. Bring a friend and try Denny's new hoagie melts. The hearty filling melt smothered in melted Swiss cheese. Or the delicious chicken melt covered with tangy cheddar. Try Denny's hoagie melts. And remember, sharing is good. Denny's, a good place to sit and eat.
Next Sunday, with the AFL playoffs on the horizon, the intensity level rises. League-leading Tampa Bay puts the AFL's stingiest defense to the test versus last year's Offensive Player of the Year, Mark Grieve, and the league's highest-scoring team, San Jose. The AFL on NBC next Sunday, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific.
Los Angeles and Arizona in a pretty good battle here. LA up big, but watch what happened on the next point. Marty Snyder told us that Randy Gatewood, the holder, is taking responsibility for the missed extra point because of a bad hold. Watch as he puts it down. The ball is straight up and down. For a soccer-style kicker, they normally want the ball bent and tilted slightly one side or the other because of the way they hook the ball. They never really want it straight up and down. Randy Gatewood taking responsibility. There's Randy in the back saying it was his fault for a bad hold. That's why Saylor missed the extra point.
Saylor now kicking it away to Russell Shaw, who is the deep man for Los Angeles. Here come the Avengers to the 9-yard line. Now at this point, do you start going a little conservative if you're LA and just start handing the football off and use up the clock?
No, because the clock's running anyway for you. See, the clock right now runs anyway. It doesn't matter. At 5:41, whether you throw it, run it, whatever you do, whether the clock runs, it's the 1-minute timing rules that we worry about that. Now, if you're LA, I think you continue to run your offense. You have no reason to worry otherwise. Your line is blocked well for you today. I don't go conservative here.
Former Orlando Predator Rick Hamilton is now the fullback. The screen to Shaw. Fumbles the football. They'll say it was an incomplete pass. They'll say he never had it, and it's an incomplete pass. Frank Trentadue was the man there to bust up the play.
And those are the types of plays that Arizona needs, but they need the turnovers. You know, that close only counts in horseshoes applies here. They can't be close. They have to force turnovers and capitalize and try and score on defense because the clock is against them.
Good call by the officials.
Yeah, Russell Shaw never had it, never able to possess it to bring it in as a good catch.
Chris Jackson in motion, already has 5 TDs today. Could it be 6? Yes, touchdown! 6 touchdown catches for Jackson. This one for 40 yards. That's remarkable.
And this is why you don't go conservative. You've had success all day long. Now you don't just want to hand it off and run fullback dive because you're probably not going to get the 10 yards you need. Zone coverage because Clarence Lawson clearly looking for help across the field, and Jackson just went by him. No help was there. And again, Graziani just steps up in the pocket. Great job by the offensive line of LA. They've been doing it all day, providing great throwing lanes for Tony Graziani.
You know, you wonder, the argument, who's the best team in the league right now? Some folks say Tampa, some people say LA. And yeah, LA today looks remarkably effective. Then you check the standings, you see they lost a couple of games ago to Arizona. They lost last week at Dallas. Your fortunes change week to week. But Graziani to Jackson is working week to week.
I was cooking dinner and I just fell asleep. I tried to get out, but I collapsed. I couldn't call for help, but ADT did. They saved my life.
An ADT-monitored fire detector not only sounds an alarm, it actually signals ADT, so we can call for help. Get ADT fire protection for just $199. Call 888-ADT-FIRE today. Steel is no match for smart rubber. Tires with run-flat technology on the wings of Goodyear. Androids. Any sign of body heat will give them away. A heating duct. Your body heat triggers it. Re-engineered Degree for Men, an extra kick of protection. Droid. Every time you need it. New Degree for Men kicks in the clutch.
An historic upset at Churchill Downs. Funny side trying to pull up. The upset here. 12-1 coming down to the line. And the guts
Pride looks to take his next strides toward capturing the Visa Triple Crown. The Preakness in 2 weeks on NBC.
Back with you at America West Arena in Phoenix with Marty Snyder and Charles Davis. Eli Gold here. You know, that was just basic pitch and catch, that last touchdown drive.
And you notice how when Graziani stepped up in the pocket, you saw Tom Pace, number 23, the Jack linebacker. He can't come across the line of scrimmage and get it because he's not allowed to rush the quarterback. So Graziani knew that, had a safe zone, and was able to throw the ball without a linebacker coming at him.
There's a touchback as the football goes up into that first row of seats. Don't forget, next Sunday at 2 o'clock Central, noon Pacific here on NBC. The battle for the postseason in the AFL continues. Most of you will see the Tampa Bay Storm with the league's stingiest defense against the top-scoring San Jose SaberCats. And Mark Grebe, let's check the local listings for the game in your area. That's going to be interesting. San Jose's averaging 63 a ball game. Tampa's given up about 41 a ball game. Something's going to give there, clearly.
Yes, East Coast versus West Coast, and this time the West Coast has to travel.
Bonner throws it up. Just settled underneath that one.
I don't know if he was trying to fake out Cornelius Coe or not, but it worked out just the same because for a second there, I thought he couldn't locate the football. Talking about Kelvin Hunter. His arms came up late for the ball as he's running the pattern, and it threw off Coe. See, his arms never come up until the last possible second. Almost as if he did it on purpose to throw Cornelius Coe off because as a D-back, you're taught to play the ball when your arms come up. But at the same time, Kelvin Hunter also had a full step on Coe. Perfect pass by Cornelius Bonner.
A 54-second drive, and now they'll go. You see number 13, Cedric Bonner.
Yes, Cedric. Why am I calling him Cornelius? We had Cornelius Bonner in Chicago last week. Not too long ago. Cedric Bonner, I know that.
He's in for the two-point conversion. Unloads to the big man. And walking it is Brian Henderson for the two-point conversion. Danny White, even a little smirk on his face, watching Henderson lumber in for the two. With a minute 42 to go in the game.
Remember, earlier in the game, the first pass to the heavy guy for Arizona was to Henderson. Great block out front by Tramontana, number 52. Excellent job leading. Good screen pass called by Danny White, going to the big fella. And they needed a two-point conversion. They're going to need that at some point if they're hoping to get close to LA at the end because of the missed extra point by Saylor.
How do you think Cedric Bonner reacted after the touchdown pass seconds ago to Kelvin Hunter? Let's let you look and listen. That's a dime right there.
How about that with the hip lingo? That's a dime. He dropped a dime on the defensive back Cornelius Coe into the arms of Kelvin Hunter. You know, with phone rates going up, are we going to soon say I dropped a 35 cent on someone? You know, remember it used to be a dime to make that phone call?
I remember that.
Remember, I mean, we still use that terminology in football, basketball, and an assist. It's a dime.
Marty Snyder's too young to remember that, Marty.
Too young to remember that, Eli. Indeed I am. And one point here real quick. LA practiced for 1 hour yesterday on how to cover onside kicks. They expect one here, and Arizona pretty much needs one to get the ball back to have a chance to win this game.
Now, of course, they have also practiced sky kicks. That is another option that's available here to Chris Saylor. And there it is. But it is covered up by Jackson. It is covered up by Jackson. So they don't give them the football, you know, like they did last time at the 8-yard line or the 6-yard line. All sorts of options that were available right there. Don't forget, folks, Thursday night on NBC, a very special Will and Grace with guest stars Minnie Driver and Harry Connick Jr. It's an all-new Will and Grace, Thursday nights at 9, 8 Central here on NBC. I ever tell you that in the shower I sound just like Harry Connick Jr.?
I'm quite sure. I'm not going to jump into the shower and test that theory at all. As we hit the 1-minute timing rules, I'll take your word for it totally, believe me.
We are back for the final minute of the play right after this. This is the AFL on NBC.
between exits 45 and 50, an order was canceled. Somewhere between a hose and a radiator, there was trouble. Somewhere between noon and 2:30, there was a change of plans. And somewhere between where you are and where you're going, there's a Super 8. See you along the way.
These for just $8.99. Come get a taste of our new bold flavor.
Great look at America West Arena in downtown Phoenix, where today's ADT defensive play of the game came fairly early in the afternoon.
Actually, the first drive of the game for Arizona after LA scored to start the game. Damon Wheeler with an interception and stopped their drive, where Tawante Bryant ran his route too short, and LA went ahead and scored and went up 14. Have been playing from the front all game long.
The ADT defensive play of the game.
And that's a throw right there. I mean, what Damon Wheeler's sporting, that's a throw.
Yeah, it is.
I had one of those, but no pictures will be released.
The delayed give to Matthias Vavau. Vavau with a block by Butterfield. And now with bodies down, they will take a timeout. Well, how about Chris Jackson today, folks? 6 touchdown receptions today. He's closing in on the all-time record in this league for a single season.
Yes, and we saw Doug Plank, who's going to have nightmares of him all day, but Mike Horacek, who's now with Las Vegas, 46 with Iowa in 2000. Mike Furry, that's this year. He can't increase his total because he's going on to try out with the NFL. And Chris Jackson with 45 now, so he has a great chance of setting the single-season record. You know, I mean, we've got today. The rest of today is still left.
And two
more ball games in the regular season.
He might break the record today, the way this day's been going for him. How about that with Furry going to the St. Louis Rams? Potentially, he could be catching passes from another AFL graduate, Kurt Warner. Wouldn't that be a feather in the hat of this league?
And he seems ideal for the type of offense that Mike Martz and the St. Louis Rams run.
Again, the handoff to Vavau. And we say it every week, but it bears remembering that the team that is leading must attempt to make positive yardage in the final minute. They just can't take a knee. There you see the rule being explained. And a timeout now being taken by Arizona will exhaust their 3 timeouts. So they are done. And Danny White wonders what's next with games at Chicago and at Colorado to wrap up the season. Remember, next Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, NBC Sports taking you ringside for the Budweiser Boxing Series. Panchito Bojado, one of the top teenage sensations, a devastating left hook. Saw some video the other day. Already has sent 10 guys to the canvas. Be fighting William Adamian. That's coming up next weekend. William is 9-0. That's Saturday at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, here on NBC. As Graziani just scampers to the 13-yard line. The return of boxing to network television.
And that's it's great, you know, to have it here on NBC. Our buddy Carlos D. Molina running the controls there for NBC and doing a great job of it. And it's fun to see it back on network TV. And that could very well be it as LA starts to celebrate.
Yep.
I don't think we can say enough about the job LA has done today, taking on the hottest team in the league in their own house and beating Arizona. Arizona came in having won their last 4.
The head coaches on the left, Ed Hotchkiss, on the right, Danny White. It was indeed a well-played game between 2 teams that knew the importance of it. And what this does mean now is that Los Angeles goes to 10-4, while the Rattlers drop to 8-6. 63-49 the final for Charles Davis, Marty Snyder. I'm Eli Gold. Now to Mike Breen, Ray Bentley, and Lewis Johnson in Dallas. Gentlemen.